Hello, everybody. Welcome to another Vintage Voyage. We are here again tonight to talk Golden Age and Obscura and whatever the heck else we feel like. So, presented by CBSI, comicbookinvest.com, your source for all sorts of free comic book research, investing, and speculating content. Posting new free articles every day. And many of the guys here are responsible for that. I got Chris Nelms with Fisherman's Tale.
How's it going?
Peter Renna with Dollar Bin Digging. Mike Morello with Cover Tunes. And Ben C with a whole bunch of stuff is back from the bunker.
Yeah.
And so we
back with a vengeance.
We chose the most
nice combination.
Crazy combination of things to discuss tonight that we could. We are going to talk not only the Peanuts gang and Snoopy, but some pre-code horror, because what goes with Snoopy like pre-code horror?
You know though that the Instagram post, those two books side by side, man, they look great together.
Wild.
Now, the question is there a crossover?
The closest thing is the Denver Comic Con thing.
Yeah, with Snoopy all freaky. I was thinking about that one, man. With his evil kind of shadow.
Yeah.
I wish I could afford either one of those books.
Which books?
The two books in the Instagram post.
I remember that Snoopy book was like your quest for so long.
Yeah, and what's fucked up is now I've had it way longer than I've not had it.
I want that book so badly.
I don't know. I appreciate it. It's just not my favorite of them. I think that 4-color one, if I'm going to pick one, is the one I really love. The Snoopy,
They're going, and here it is.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Ben to show some books. He's that one. Thank you, Mike. Thanks for picking up for Ben, who's digging. See, that to me is the iconic Peanuts cover. I know the other one's more rare. I know it's way worth more value.
Yeah,
we got both.
So
very nice.
Yeah, well, and there's the third one. There's a 15 center, which I know Ben is digging out right now. There's a 15 center of the Dell.
There's a 12 and 15, right?
No, it's 10.
10 and 15.
It's 10 and 15, yeah. And then there's this, Canadian? Which is technically. That's a good question, Ben. Do you know? Is it Canadian?
No. I think they were trying different price points, right?
Okay.
Doing some research.
The 15-cent Dells.
Yeah.
15-cent Dells, I think, are price, not regional.
Yeah, it was like they were experimenting.
Because this is 12. The gold key is the 12 center.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's like silver something. I mean, that's like
so
right
10 cent
too.
Yeah. So this is 10-cent Dell. There's a 15-cent Dell, which I don't have, but Ben does. He's digging it out now, I know. And then there's the 12-cent gold key.
I get 15 centers. I get 15 centers all over the fucking place.
Oh, of course you do. Yeah.
Yeah, but I've seen you have that variant, right? You have it somewhere.
What, the 15 cent?
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Be nicer to those. Be nicer to those.
That's one of those books that I don't know why I sold mine. I did at some point early on, and I wish I'd had it back. Not the 15, the 10, but.
You know, what I really love about that book, and you're right, John, is that it's definitely one of the iconic covers, no doubt. And it's still affordable.
Is that a 10?
That's the great thing.
That's the 10. I bought that slab with that skeleton key, actually.
Yeah, nice.
Out of that weird auction. Yeah.
But the Dell is still an affordable book, which I like.
Well, and it can get overlooked to where you can find it in some bargain bins or some just Golden Age when you're flipping through, throwing it in there with the Disney book and everything.
Yeah, I've seen it.
Or just someone just selling a whole lot of the Dell. Yeah, so someone selling a whole lot of the Dell Peanuts altogether. And the other thing too is it doesn't say number 1 on it. It's technically 4-color 878. Is that the right number? 868? What is that, Ben?
It's 878.
Which there's
878.
That's one of those. There's no number at all really on it. You have to open up the inside of it.
No. It's on the front.
Oh, it is.
I mean, some of those Dells.
Is it on the front? Yeah. Yeah, it's on the front.
Let me show that again. Okay. Some of those Dells
right above the price.
But I mean,
right above the price, there's the number there.
Buggers. Wrong side, Ben, but it's all right. Backwards.
Dude, it's fucking tough now.
Yeah, the first
technology.
It's tough sober, let alone anything added to the system.
Let alone Sunday night.
Yes. So, yeah.
1, 2, and 3 are 1, 2, and 3 are technically 4-color, 878, I think 969 and 1015. I think are the numbers. Ben, correct me if I'm wrong.
No, I'm not.
Yeah.
So I mean, Doom 143 and Jesse Rupp, just because they've chimed in already. So welcome, guys.
Nice.
Oh, I have it on private. I'm like, yeah, I got to open the regular chat. My bad.
And then they go. And then they go for just the regular Dell numbering from number 4 to 13. Is it 12? 13, right? 13.
So
yeah.
Why don't you, where's the big bad boy, Ben? Why don't you show us that one and let's talk about it first?
It's right behind him.
Well, let's bring it out up front. And let's talk about this one. This is the one that kind of gets all the attention.
That's my grail right there. That is my top grail.
Really?
Top grail?
The peanut?
Yeah, peanuts, the NN.
What is that?
I just want to point out,
before
I'm continuing my streak of a new piece of OA every podcast we do.
What is that one?
It's not comic. It's from like 6 or 7 years ago. It's Jeff Schultz, the dude who did Archie stuff.
Okay.
Get some culture. I only know because
Schultz with a T.
Yeah.
Schultz with a T, not without a T. Yeah.
And I only know because I bought it from him. So.
All right. So let's show the beauty. Wrong book. Later with the horror. This is the kid part of the show, guys.
We're in the early hour. This is PG hour.
This is the number.
Man.
No number.
Yeah. And who's that guy again?
I want it so bad.
They're all United.
United, that's right.
United's Fritzy and Ritz and all that stuff.
So this is the first Peanuts cover?
No.
Yes.
Is it?
No. Is it before the Tip Tops?
It's not.
Oh, dude, I don't know. I never paid attention to that stuff. It's a good question.
Is it the first? Just the first dedicated book? I get confused where that whole thing's so confusing.
So
it is the first dedicated book, but everything in it is reprinted from something earlier.
That's how everything is.
Yeah, but even that stuff is reprinted already in other United books. There's nothing new. There's no new material inside that NN that wasn't already in a United Comics Fritzy Ritz or a Tip Top or a Tip Topper before it. Which is the funny thing. It's all about. So it's all about the cover.
Zertra, is your phone on?
Sure. Okay.
Oh.
You're gonna bring in a special guest.
Okay. Oh no.
What?
Oh no.
Oh.
All right. Give me.
Are we gonna argue over who's who? Are we gonna argue over who's who?
No. Give me a second. I'll get our special guest coming.
No, we're just gonna have a good time fucking talking Golden Age and Snoopy.
Okay, cool.
And Snoopy.
Yeah. I think I know who it is.
Talk about the crossover.
I'm excited.
So the early stuff is the United 21 and the Tip Top, the Tip Top 173. Those are technically the first Peanuts. The 21's the boxing cover that's up there. Oh, I have another copy. Hold on. It's this one.
I have another copy.
I don't feel like getting up. I just a copy.
I have another copy. I don't need to get up and go get that one.
Wait, is that the first? Is that what you just showed?
No. Yeah, I mean, like it's argued, like it's the first.
No, but is it that one or the Tip Top? Which one's the first?
It's arguable. The Tip Top cover
sucks.
Like this cover sucks. Fritzy and Ritz, like so much of the Peanut stuff is in the So Fritzy and Ritz before 27
And
was
then
United
Nancy and
Comics.
Sluggo shit.
Yeah, that's after, and that's like the last thing you collect. Mike and I were talking about this. So it's that's like the end of the. They're all like $5-10 books, and like you gotta have them because you gotta have them. But that's the end of the. This stuff will still cost you unless you find it in auction. But like, I think I paid $70, and I was pretty happy. I'm not usually a condition guy, but this is like, I don't know, pretty fucking nice for a 50s book.
Yeah, that's pretty.
And then and then after those, they changed to these. St. John picks up.
Hold on.
The covers. They changed to these. St. John picks up after United. This is 38, I think. This one. It's beat to hell, but it is what it is. But since I've got it out, I mean, most of this stuff just reprints. The cool thing. Yeah, so now here's the cool thing. Even when they're not Sunday strips, they're color. So that's one thing that's interesting for a lot of collectors. It's the only way to get some of the daily strips in color until, some of them got reprinted in anthologies and things way later. But for early stuff, this is the only way to get some of those dailies in color. But yeah, I think this particular one's all Sundays.
All right, so I'm going to welcome to our show a friend of all of ours, and things just got dangerous.
Yeah!
What's up, everybody?
Yeah!
Coming to the show.
Super excited. I was like,
I knew it was going to be you.
I see my people, and then I saw what was going on, and then I was like, so I text my friends, and I was like, Peanuts.
How do you not talk Snoopy,
I was like, dude, so Snoopy. I mean, you know what I mean? Like, that's what Ben calls me anyway. So, oh yeah. I haven't talked to Mike in a year since goddamn Indiana, right? Then baseball. Internet, of course. Yeah. But like,
since Heroes, right? Was it Heroes?
In person we had multiple cocktails and we had a lot of good time. So.
Boy, did we ever! Did I ever tell you that after I left you at the bar that night, I got to my car and I'm like, I can't go anywhere. I gotta sleep. I slept in my car for like 2 hours to sleep it off before I drove back to my hotel room.
You got off easy then, man.
Everybody knows that, man.
I should never have.
Oh,
I've had my brother drag me home because I couldn't walk anymore.
Oh, that was good. But you also found your way home from Baltimore before by running under a freeway somehow.
Radar.
Your brother did one time try to ask for like the most. He was like trying to get you to take ibuprofen before you went to bed, and you were like, "No, won't do it." And you're like, "Oh man, how come you didn't get me to take ibuprofen?" He's like, "Motherfucker, I tried to put ibuprofen in your mouth before you went to bed."
No, the problem was my wife had sent like some snacks, and she had sent some fucking like roasted chickpea shit. I thought I was eating like peanuts, and I took a bite of that, and it was like. My mouth was dry and foamy, and I'm like, not eating anything else. Go to bed.
Not eating anything else.
That's it.
Is this shit in the living room? Does it sound okay, or is stuff
You're good. I don't hear anything.
All right.
I'm good.
I don't have the mic set up right now. So anyway, dude, how you guys doing? There's so cool that you read the Snoopy show, and then I caught the live, and I was like, oh, dude, come on, man. Like any weird Snoopy shit I find, like. Dude, Ben, it might take me a second. I think I could dig out. Ben sent me a Raiders Snoopy house pin to wear. And I'll have it for the rest of my life. So me and Brent have been sending each other the stupidest Christmas presents for like 6 years now.
I had a fucking lunchbox from like 1958, like from this kid in the mail one day. I'm like, what the fuck is this? Can I use it?
Hey,
no one would appreciate it.
Hey, honey. Allie.
I love it.
Oh man.
Peanuts is all it takes.
Allie.
You're a good person. Okay.
Yeah.
Peanuts is not advanced comedy. It's awesome. You know what I mean?
Provoking pieces.
If your favorite thing is Peanuts, you're a good person. Like I don't mean specifically you, I mean in general. You're a good person, my friend, but yeah. So Peanuts and GA, that's good, man. That's what you guys are doing.
I had a fucking stack of them.
Well, I mean, I anytime
Ben.
I'm out in the world, if I see something peanuts, I'm grabbing it and throwing it in the pile for Ben.
I was gonna pull out the stuff that I have on a pile for him, and then I was all no, because then
Surprise him
when he gets it. So I keep a little stack going, and then when it comes Ben time, I send it.
I'm about to get him the most Z thing ever, and I'm just waiting. It's ending soon, so hopefully I snag
Is it a
it.
non-canon foreign Snoopy issue or something?
Snoopy crossover with Spider-Man.
I did find. Wait, Ben, I meant to send you a link. Oh, are you? But maybe you're
Nope. I claimed it.
I shouldn't say it.
Be cool.
Apparently not.
Wait, hey, hang on. I'm gonna send you a Hangouts and see if it's the same thing because I almost bid on it today. Okay.
Yeah.
Two things. Wait, fuck. Two things. One, I'm Woodstock.
Good luck with that. You're behind me, but keep going.
Come on.
No, we have
My
this
mom
conversation.
called me Woodstock.
You're Linus.
I know. I'm just joking. I'm Linus.
Dude,
I mean, Chris has to be Charlie Brown. He's got the do.
I'm bald and all. Yep.
this is fucking.
No, when I was gonna get to something
Nice.
serious actually.
Is that one of those 1 for 10 variants from that?
Yeah. This is that vintage shit.
Super cool.
The Ben and I were having a conversation today about the second, well, I guess technically the third appearance
Hey, it's confusing.
of Peanuts. And it seems like as of today, it's going to be Tip Topper 16 rather than United 22, which we thought it was United 22. And upon closer inspection, it appears that Tip Top 173 and United 21 are March, April 1952. Tip Topper 16 is April, May, and then United 22 is May, June.
Of 52.
So
That's all 50.
of 50,
Yeah.
all of 52.
The Peanuts one is 53.
That stuff used to be cheap to find because nobody was looking for it, and then
Yeah.
maybe 3 years ago.
Yeah, look at the
like,
prices. Look at the prices in an Overstreet, and they'll make you laugh. Look up United 21. Look up United 21 in Overstreet, and it's like $80, and you're like, okay.
It's because I bought 3 to 7 fucking copies of every book.
What number Tip Topper is the third appearance?
16.
16. Do you guys have? Do you have a copy there, Ben or?
I do not.
Probably.
Ben should. Yeah, I don't.
Are they on the cover though? Just curious.
No.
No, they're never on the damn cover. That's why that
No,
other
only
one's the
Tip
best
Top.
look.
Yeah.
Oh, and I know why, Ben. Why you had 184 on your list? Remember you asked me a couple days ago.
There's a cameo in it, right? There's a strip
How's
inside.
there a cameo
it's
of
not-
the Peanuts?
Yeah, and there's that break. So it
bald
goes
haired character in the
173.
background.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It goes
and then-
173,
Is there just
and
a
then
football and somebody
and then-
holding it?
There's a zigzag
yeah,
stripe.
then there's
in the
nothing
background.
until 184. Yeah, so that's why.
Right.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
185 starts covers 188.
Yes, right. So unless you count 190, unless you count 190 with that little strip on the bottom.
Oh, this is the wormhole.
That's the 190. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
that bottom. So that's the one people miss. I have a. Don't
Fucking
anybody
I
buy
have
the
to
one
have
that's
it.
up right now. Oh, John, I'm gonna text you the thing I think you're trying to get.
Yeah. I'm sure it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the monster all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Wasn't that the one that like came out
Yeah.
of nowhere and everybody wanted? Like it was nothing.
No, this
That's the
was
tie.
always, they were both always bitch books. Like that Fritzy was, I mean, the United 21 was like $400 or $500. This was always the book, and this still is the book. I mean, fuck this book. This book. I mean, like, sorry. Walker scored this book for me for a very delicious price, so I appreciate and cherish it.
Not that guy.
Instead, like, look at this shit. Fuck that book. Like,
It's terrible.
it is. It's fucking atrocious. This book, like, it makes me want to sell Silver Age and buy more copies.
I want that so bad.
Yeah. That's a beautiful book.
I'm trying to burn through Peanuts because fucking horror is going to be like a 14-night epic.
Are you in a rush?
To get to the horror, you have no idea. Like, I showed you the short box of horror, right?
God, I'm in the Peanuts rabbit hole right now.
You will, because, all right. So for whoever wants to know.
Welcome to Ben's life.
Oh, hell. Are you?
Rabbit hole. Jesus Christ, dude. Nobody fucking.
Mike, is there a link to that one? I have different things.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Ben.
All I was going to say is Mike and I worked out this is heading to Mike today. That's why he's down the fucking rabbit hole.
Well, Mike is in trouble, man. I've seen Mike
It's a
buying
good
some
book to
crazy
fucking
stuff.
Do all the Peanuts characters appear like the very first comic, like the first United or Tip Top or whatever, or are they spread out in the premiere?
No, it's spread out. I mean,
It's
Mike
spread
and I
out.
were talking about Woodstock earlier.
Yeah, he's not in any of those because he's not. He doesn't exist till 1966.
You ever had any of this?
What is that?
Oh shit!
Oh, God.
Delicious.
Well, legs up for
Jesus.
14 hours now. We'll be talking about Snoopy.
John,
until
that's not
3
the
a.m.
book?
Bought me with the Raiders Snoopy pin, and then I remember I've had this for like 15 years. This came out and they banned it. This is a legit energy drink.
Can't imagine why that might be.
Yeah. And then you know how the urban legends go. They say shit's in it. So anyway, in my drawer of weirdness, I couldn't find my pin. This was on top.
Yeah.
Whatever. But anyway.
John, that's not the book?
I don't think
The
so.
one I texted you?
You didn't send me the
Yeah,
link, but
I'll
I
find
think
you a
I'm
link.
looking at different ones.
Okay, I'll send you a link.
So that is the official first appearance. That's who you get.
Okay.
First appearance.
I've never seen the inside.
You get Linus, you get Lucy, you get Snoopy,
What's the redhead?
and the little redhead girl, right?
No, that's
Yeah.
Peggy. Patty. Is it
Oh,
Patty or the
no.
redhead
Patty.
girl?
You ever
No,
know
then it's that neighbor.
No, it's the redheaded girl. I don't think she has a
She
name.
has a name, just a little redheaded girl.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the neighbor, the little
Oh.
redhead girl. That was the big deal with the movie they made.
Oh,
That I
yeah.
definitely saw in theaters. a couple
Notice
times.
how redheads and freckles, like their butts are bigger? I don't know. But it's like what I've been experiencing through my entire life. Redheads have bigger butts. Anyway,
Huh.
I'm talking about people.
Well, now I'll never not try to think about that.
Well, you can't not think about it
I
now.
can go deeper into the rabbit hole, and I'm not gonna. But like, I promise you, that's a thing. You see freckles and red hair, dude? Look at the tail. It's big.
Oh, God.
It's a
Sorry,
thing.
it's a different book, John. I'm sending it to you now.
Okay.
These are two other obscure ones.
Yeah.
Sparkler. Ugh.
Oh,
There's just
Sparkle and Sparkler?
one appearance. Yep, Sparkle 33, Sparkler 115.
Isn't it a shame that
There-
Nancy and Sluggo were such popular characters?
And Fritzy and Ritz, man, to be fair, like that whole run sucks too. Like
Sparkler 120 as well.
Sparkle
So what's-
120 is a Peanuts book.
When did like Red
Yes, sir.
Baron happen? Like, are there any issues with that in it? With the entire Snoopy flying its doghouse.
Red
Baron?
Baron?
That's a hell of a
Yeah.
good question.
Top with Camel.
Yeah. Is there any books
Red
with that on the
Baron's
cover?
beauty fights. Is there one on the cover?
Yeah.
There's that San Diego Comic-Con that Mike's going to correct me and tell me it's not San Diego, but I know what I'm talking about. It's the blue cover. It's the blue cover with fucking Snoopy, the World War I flying ace. It's ECC or some shit, right?
Yeah.
It's Emerald City, yeah.
I'll call it SDCC till the end of time.
Well, he's
That's
on the cover of that Atari game.
It's so funny because
Sorry.
I'm completely lost on all this topic at this point because we've talked Fritzy and Ritzy, Nancy and Sluggo, and really we're talking Peanuts, and it's all fucking terrible.
So the
Yeah,
reality.
First, I need to say this. I wouldn't know shit if it weren't for Ben, so
I
Oh,
agree.
follow him anyway.
There's a solid article on it that I'll link in there in the description for everybody. So
So I had already played this on the big screen and text these guys to get in on it, and now my wife just texted me and said, "You guys are boring." So we're doing something right. If we're boring females, this is a good topic. You know what I mean? Right?
Oh god.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is the part of my collection that my wife encourages. She's like, buy more peanuts. Fuck it. Yeah, buy more.
Yeah.
You got it.
Well, given your other choices, it's butts, breast, or it's peanuts.
Right?
Yeah.
Butts, boobs, or
Speaking of your
peanuts.
wife.
Well,
Hey,
that's
better.
better.
Right there.
That's better than the one I was looking at. Yeah.
Better girl.
Oh, you sent her to get something, didn't you?
Yeah, she got me this for Christmas. It's coming.
Oh god.
Man.
There's like some guys in the chat watching
Snoopy
going,
beads.
when are they going to talk pre-code horror?
Oh, probably be,
Wait, I gotta get a pencil out. Hold on.
What is this?
My pencil case.
It's a pencil case?
That's baller.
She got me something better than that even. Oh shit. My cat knocking shit over. Get out of here.
guys in the chat, it's just half price cook.
Dude, you're right.
What's
G
that?
plus pickup page, right? Legit.
What's up?
G plus pickup page.
Oh yeah, he was a big timer.
Half
Oh,
price.
yeah. Our boy Jessup, dude. He destroys the half price book now.
Yeah, dude.
I've heard stories. He's got some techniques.
You know, pictures and we know his friends, like, you know what I mean? There was like, dude, you know what's funny? Never unless they're like free tournaments. Don't doubt people. Like our buddy Tim Walker. Like we thought I've said this to his face because he's stayed at my house. I've gone to Raider games with him. We thought Tim Walker was full of shit, right? But
yeah.
I said this to his face, so I'm not gonna, he ain't watching anyway. But like, fucking, the motherfucker was finding the gangster shit ever. Like Ben just brought up how we found him the book meeting one, and I was like, no. And then
Nice.
that's so cool. And then some people. But before I knew Ben, you dude, you were crushing New England comic stores, dude. The way they do it morning because we didn't have the inventory, but you did, man. So I've learned, man, give people the benefit of the doubt, unless they're from New York and they find
Trash bags in the rain.
Trash bags in the rain.
Their name's Kurt, and they find fucking books in trash can bins with
Next to free
that guy.
right? It was like free kittens and Batman.
And he always talked about
Yeah, there's free boombox day. That's what we call it.
Free Boo Box Day is the night before trash pickup, and that's when everybody in New York puts their shit out on the sidewalk that isn't really shit. They just don't have a car to take it to Goodwill.
I've got some. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we have furniture
Good
in
shit.
our house. This is Free Boo Box Day.
No good comic books, unfortunately.
I believe Mike is my friend. We have broken bread. I don't believe that lying piece of shit. Hey, Daddy, look at this! Like, dude, we had Pumping Up before Pumping Up was cool, right? All right, bro.
Like,
Whatever Mike says, I'm in. Fucking, I know this dude and never fucking tell a lie. But we had some weird motherfuckers that were sure full of shit.
dude, and like that was the thing. Like, it'd show the same Psylocke, and like it had the same like ink rub on the fucking M, and like.
You can't find a second print Psylocke every other day at a new comic shop. Dude. Like, quit rearranging and showing the same fucking picture.
It turns a second light on. He's like, yeah.
Oh, dude, look at her in this light. Her
Yeah, that's the Mylar. I don't know.
Take pictures in his own basement. Be like, I'm picking a basement. We'd be like, dude, we can see your kittens in the background.
I will give him a little credit. He had the post when he would talk about his wife and his girlfriend. And he's like, what are you talking about? They both live here. And I'm like, all right, cool guy. All right, cool. Not only do you have the best comics for free, but you have a harem of women in your house. All right, whatever you say, dude. Whatever you say, man.
Oh god.
Right? And,
Yeah, all right.
Is your wife bartending you, Mike?
Yeah.
That's pretty solid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I know.
If I texted my wife to bring me a drink, I would have a frying pan across the head.
Yeah, I had to bring a little cooler, so I had some extra drinks to restock here.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I woke up packing today. So
do Blanton's. Blanton's, yeah.
I'm not that big a fan.
He's taking orders, man. Oh man.
Dude, if I did that, I'd get kicked in the taint.
Exactly. Oh God.
Don't worry, she doesn't. She'll boss me around just as much, so it's all right.
oh yeah. No, my wife podcast.
It's a mutual.
As far as she has a lot of money doing this. Right? I don't have a PC or anything.
No.
You know, so.
You sell some comics. It's okay.
I do. I still crap. She has an eBay store she doesn't know the password to.
My wife too.
We know we do 20 grand and or 200 sales. You got to hit both, right? So
Yeah,
I'm gonna go over 20 grand, but I'm not gonna hit 200 on hers. I'm not gonna hit either. Well, I'm not gonna hit 20, but I'm gonna hit 200. So I'm just doing that because I have comic books to sell. You know why I have a comic book buying problem?
Yes, don't we all?
Yeah.
Don't
It's not
we
because
all?
I'm such a fucking good businessman. I fucking buy comic books and I can't pass a deal. Like that's it. That's the answer, dude. It ain't because fucking.
I can actually blame every single one of you motherfuckers in this chat right now for my addiction. Yeah, Peter, stop shaking your head because every week I go hunt the books you have in your article. Well, yeah, they cost me $1, but I don't buy one. I buy 20.
And Mike, you've always done a good job with your article, though, like with cover tunes, because legit. I mean, let's be honest. Covers of comic books sell comic books. If you don't care about the inside, you'll find old art. Oh man, that was cool. I overlooked it. You know, and like, dude, your taste isn't great, as I've told you. And I'm like, he's showing all the shit that I bought because it was cool somehow ends up in your article. You know what I mean? I'm just like, dude, we have just be nice. We have the same taste. Like seriously, you have good taste.
You do. Because
Thank you.
probably more money than
Hey,
I do.
did you hear that? Mike has good taste. I mean, he has good taste.
That was for me.
Never doubt that man's taste because my taste is maybe a few bucks and his should too.
He just doesn't sell his. Is the problem?
Thank you.
Yeah.
Not enough of them. It's usually just to fund other books, like a fucking NN that I need now.
On the other end of the spectrum, I think I've spent about $1,800 on Lumberjanes and Star Wars in the past 2 days. That is
Why Lumberjanes?
I don't fucking know.
Was it auction or something?
Because of this?
Boom, struck a deal.
Yeah.
I have like 5 9.8 slabs at MCS.
Well, it's that Boom Netflix deal.
Yeah.
Hold on, I get.
And they're positive Lumberjanes is going to be one to get made.
It's got it. I bought.
It's a good series. I read like the first 4 like 8 years ago or 6 years ago, whatever the fuck it was. Hold on, I'm checking my consignments. Let's see if any sold. But anyway, no, nothing sold. It was priced fine. But no, that's cool. So they think Lumberjanes get made. That'd be cool, I guess. Is it going to be the same person that did She-Ra because she was born to do Lumberjanes instead of She-Ra?
Wouldn't that be great?
Yeah.
Be nice about this. Just being honest. You know what I mean? I didn't need
Bone Parish.
She-Ra to change it into Lumberjanes, but it did. So.
Oh yeah.
That's
The She-Ra's
And then,
didn't follow the comics at all, really, outside of she had the power.
No,
Yeah.
not at all. Yeah. No,
Yes.
not at all.
Yeah.
But it didn't need. She didn't need to follow the comics.
Yeah.
But it could have followed.
The old anime, the old
What
show.
it was. Could have followed her. Didn't have to retell her tale. Didn't have to Could have just been She-Ra. You know what I mean? You didn't have to be not She-Ra to be She-Ra. You know what I mean? Yes, it depends on your writer and your artist and stuff like that, man. But
Because I think they did a good job. Voltron was not bad. I enjoyed the new Voltron.
Yeah, me too. I thought it was good too.
I haven't watched it, and I'm sad that I haven't watched. But I did love Voltron. I have to say, Voltron was one of my favorites. And I remember dating this chick in high school, and fucking her little brother was like all up on the Power Rangers, and fucking I was like, oh, they got Voltron back, and then I was like, oh, what the fuck is this, dude? I was like, this ain't Voltron, it's fucking Power. I'm sorry, Power Ranger just fake Voltron to me forever. Like that's all it's gonna be, dude.
It's an age thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry, that's life to me, man.
It's an age
I'm with
thing.
you, Leg.
Here's Voltron for you.
That's awesome, man.
That was a set I wish I had.
Yeah, my brother got it for me and my son as a joint Christmas present last year.
That's badass.
Fucking sick,
That's
dude.
awesome.
Have you made
That's
it?
sick.
200
Did
pieces.
you build it?
I gotta wait.
We're going into horror.
All right.
Oh, damn it. All right, fine.
Well, I mean,
I have
Ben
no
was trying really hard.
Did
He
you
waited
wanna
30
close?
minutes.
Did you want to close out the peanut subject, Mike? I don't know what's left to say except for no number, and then the 4 covers.
Yeah.
The 4 tip-top covers and no number. That's where you aim. Otherwise, like I don't know.
And then get the 13 Dells because they're nice covers.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're cheap.
Yeah, they're real cheap.
Well, there's really actually not. I'm not that it's cheap or anything, but there's not a ton of peanuts to collect, right?
No, not as much as.
No,
like,
really, no.
Not if you stick with the old stuff.
It sounds like I focus on first appearances, which I never found because of Ben and our friends. But like, I mean, sounds like you guys are talking about like maybe 30, 40 books.
Yeah, that's about right.
I was gonna say I think I have like 50, and I'm missing 3 or 4.
You're still missing some?
I think so. It's so tough. Like, I went to pull all my shit, and I was like, "Oh, where's the fucking baseball slab?" I don't fucking know. Like, I know I have it. You know what I mean? Like, I know exactly that I have it. I just.
It's with your Werewolf by Night 32.
No.
Yeah, but you know what? It's not to run off, but as a Masters of the Universe comic book collector, it's the same thing. It's actually not. There's not a lot of shit to collect.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's not as hard. You know, if you're like, oh, I want all the Spider-Man books, good fucking luck.
Yeah,
That's a few chase books that you have.
The Masters of the Universe, a lot of them are comic books that are easy to get. It's only the higher end variants that are difficult to get, and then from then, you're like,
they're all like $1,000 books.
Yeah,
Like,
Skeletor, man.
Skeletor, the Maddie collector. That fucking Maddie collector's a ghost. I'm an asshole. I sold mine.
You know what's funny? Yeah,
I sold mine and then bought another.
These are my duplicates. I'm gonna list.
Wait, you got another? You got another faker?
Crackers?
I got 2 fakers. I got
The graham crackers.
I got 2 8s. These are
I don't know enough of that stuff, but I know the faker.
because I kept buying them. Because I don't even know how I found these, but I somehow got 3 of them. And
They never, that shit never pops up.
No, it doesn't.
And Lake bought them every time they do. Oops,
it just did.
Oh, hey, Peter.
Well, I have a faker CBC 9.4, and it got a 9.4 on site. So I think I kind of got robbed. By the way, they haven't shown this one, dude. I got this from our boy Mr. Top 10 Ben S.
Mm-hmm.
I had this in 9.8, and there's no fucking possible way. Like, they don't even put it on the census, and he graded it like 2 years ago.
Huh.
So this is So that's insane. So like I've only 9.8. That's the only reason I'm considering maybe selling this and because I'm moving. But like fucking a 9.8 in that thing. But yeah, the faker. This one I've never even taken this out of the bag, so I don't even know the grade on it. It doesn't thing, but like I got it after the one I thought the one that was a 9.6 or 9.8, and I got a 9.4 on site in my faker, and I'm like, what the fuck? It was like the only 9.4 they gave me.
No, and I had your undercopy then.
Huh?
The rest are in Mylar. What's wrong with you on that one?
Yeah, and I pressed it myself as usual because I pressed all my books. But yeah,
Did he not give me?
these are my extra MV Creations variants, and I decided that they need to go to good homes. That's what I've decided.
She's busting your balls because that one's not in Mylar. All the other ones are in Mylar.
Oh,
and that's my wife, ladies and gentlemen, who knows the difference between Mylar and a regular bag and board via Zoom.
She's totally right. The ones that are in Mylar were the ones that I got to complete the set, and then the ones that I got after that. And the set is the set. It's not getting hurt in the bag. So what I've done is I haven't taken them both out to grade or to pick which ones I'm going to keep in a Mylar. And also, these books are not like they're so rarely done. They're not shit. They're 9.0 or above. But they're to me, I don't grade it.
You're not going to grade.
I'm gonna go be barefoot in the kitchen with the baby now. Excuse me. Back in my place.
No more Blantons for you.
Honestly, your wife is awesome. For the most part. Except now she knows what Mylar costs. Oh gosh.
Yeah.
We lost Bency. Oh crap.
It'd be all right.
She also knows that you're the only person in like the last 5 years to get me absolutely fucking obliterated. So you have a lot of credit.
I'm the only one?
Yeah.
Yes. I remember the dude the we're pouring our souls to each other. Like we were talking. I was like, you're like, what about this? What about that? I'm like, what about this? What about that? You're like, yeah. And I'm like, yeah. It was a good time, man. It was
we did that for hours. Fucking hours.
Hours of bullshit.
I love you, man.
It got there at some point, I think. Yeah.
Nothing like being I love you, man drunk.
John and I, the first time we met in person, took red eyes. And he's walking off the baggage claim, and I'd already been sitting there for an hour. And I'm like, and you never know. And plus, we're all from different parts of the country, so you have different greetings, whatever. I'm like, fuck this, dude. I'll give this motherfucker a hug, whether he wants it or not. He'll be okay with it, right? So John's like, well, yeah, gotta go full bro hug, right? I'm like, you can't break the ice better than a bro. It was literally 6 o'clock in the morning at the fucking.
I mean, the only way to better would be hand me a shot, but it was a little early for that.
We are at the baggage claim also. So it's hard to get shots in the baggage claim. Unless you have people driving in, and I don't know that many people in Baltimore. So we know more now.
Yeah, definitely.
I do miss Baltimore, man. I hope something on that side of the country, because John was going to come to at least one day of WonderCon with his family, which is Anaheim, West Coast. I hope one day at the end the world gets back together that there's Baltimore something that I can fly back there and meet everybody.
Heck yeah. Looking forward to it.
Here, man. Yeah.
We're gonna have to coordinate a big one. Whatever it is, we're all going.
Take a whole year off, dude, and all this bullshit fucking I'm not calling it bullshit. It sucks. I'm just saying
pain in the ass.
Calling it bullshit because it sucks, not because it's real or something like that.
No, and everybody should just save their pennies, and we'll pick a con, and we will all go tear it up.
And casino, so Paul can come.
Yeah, Paul can come. A little worried we lost Ben.
He'll be all right.
Oh shit, Leg! I didn't show you my newest acquisition. I don't think.
What did you get, my dude?
I'm gonna throw you out of Hangouts. 1 second.
Oh, okay. All right. So what do you want to talk? Do we want to talk some pre-code?
Yeah, let's get to pre-code.
Who wants to start? I'll start.
You start because I ain't got shit to show you.
Well, so I was going to start with the book that kind of got me back into it. I mean, I liked horror covers, and I'd always been obsessed with some, but Ben actually picked up some damn books that some stupid ass one ended up being the one that got me going. I need more horror in my life. And it was this one.
Yeah.
Whoa.
So good.
I don't think I've seen that one.
Shit, that's cool.
Horrific 12. It actually looks like a vampire, but it's a ghoul. And I don't know why it struck me so much. It's one of the heck covers in the run.
It's the mustache.
And it's not even like one of the better ones. It's not the worst, but it's right in the middle. And this one caused me to be like, I'm going to collect that run. It's only 13 books. Shit. I have owned them all, but never all at once because I get tired and sell some. But this book was the book that kind of got me going, I need some pre-code horror in my life. Like, I'd always been obsessed with a few of the big ones, the Chamber and the Black Cat. But this one was, reasonable. I think I paid less than $100 for it. And I graded it myself. So, but, I mean, it was a reasonable book. And I'm like, I love that thing, and I'll buy it. So,
it's not bad at all.
You can get in at way cheaper than some of the big dog.
What company published that one?
Comic Media.
I never even heard of them.
I remember going to the dealers and going, "Hey, you got a box with Comic Media?" And they're looking at me like, "What are you talking about?
Yeah,
what the hell are you talking about?"
It seems like Golden Age. There's just so many offshoot companies. They're like, okay, Avon, then IW, and then Ben probably rattle them off.
Well, and that run has the famous horrific 3 with the head, the the head with the bullet in it.
Yeah, the huge forehead.
Yeah, and then it's also got that tie to the war cover where you see that guy dead. It's got a ton of famous kind of covers in it, but my favorite, and I've owned a couple of these thanks to various people helping me out, is the number one.
That's a zombie in a red dress.
Yeah,
this is like my second favorite pre-code horror cover of all time. Even more than Chills, honestly. But it's just, I mean, the red, the green. You got fire, a dancer, a violin an orchestra of ghouls, and a conductor that's a zombie. I mean, how can you not fucking love it?
Yeah,
it is amazing.
You definitely have to have a good grade on that, just because the colors, the pop as well as they do.
Yeah,
this is not bad.
Yeah,
Wi-Fi's not bad, I would think.
No, I'm saying like I wouldn't go for a 3 on that, just because the colors would be probably faded.
No, and I have never seen a significantly high grade of this bad boy. I don't know. This is one of the highs I've seen
covers of all time, and it hasn't been that high. Did you get that? Did you get that from us?
I can't remember if this. I think this might have been the one from you guys. I got a 5 and a 5.5, and I think the 5.5 is from you guys.
I don't. It was pre-me anyway, if you know what I mean.
Yeah. But
yeah. So yeah.
I think I bought that from them after IndieCon that year. I was going to buy it at IndieCon, and then I was like, "Fuck it, I'm going to buy it from them." And those two are, like I said, out of my favorite run. And there's only 2 I have left of the run. I've owned all the others. I did sell a number 2 that I loved, but the prices were just so crazy that I kind of had to get out of it. I think I 10-tupled my money and was like, well, that's okay. 10-tupled's a word.
It is now.
10-tupled. Ben, did I see Ben back? Yeah.
I'm here.
I was just showing the horrific covers as you kind of got me into pre-code with those.
Dude, that horrific, the one might be one of the best. Like, I don't know. I don't own it.
Yeah, that hurts.
One of the few books I regret not owning.
It's just so, I don't know. There's just so much on it.
The problem is, so did I show the short box? Was that before we went live or after?
Before. No short box.
It was before.
I don't know. I showed up late too. I was too busy grabbing beer.
I got a fucking short box of horror, and it sounds all badass until you're like, and I've jettisoned so much because when I got in, all I wanted to do was buy fucking horror and Silver Age blue chips, and everything was $20. Low grade ECs were $20. Low grade no names were $20. Like, the problem is, I bought nonsense like this. Like, fuck that cover. Like, sorry. But I also have books like this.
But for $20, you had to take it.
You know.
Pre-code.
That looks like one of your Grateful Dead covers.
Oh.
I'm looking at the horrific run, and it looks like outside of 1 and 2, all of them are like close-up headshots.
Yes. Oh, I love that Black Cat mystery. I almost bought one of those last year.
The Black Cat's a classic.
Yeah, I like that one.
Superior has some real... So the first thing with Superior is their fucking paper quality. Like, I'm always afraid to touch the shit. But they have some really cool... It's just a different style of art.
I think I sent you one of those Journey into Fear somewhere. The one with the snake head. In a trade at some point.
I was going to say, it's probably in this box. I mean,
pre-code horror was one of those things that, like, you know, everything shot up.
Oh, I was just going to show that. I love that.
Look at the shape this is in, too.
But pre-code horror, man, some of those
books
just went insane freaking numbers. Like,
Ben,
from 1 to a million.
Because I actually have, it's odd. This is in really good shape, too. What are the odds of that? Like, I got this at, I don't know where the hell I got this. I may have gotten this one in Charlotte, but I love this cover. I think it's awesome.
It's a really fucking weird one.
Yeah, but for whatever reason, it's in good shape. Maybe it's the paper. I don't know.
So when did the pre-code horror books like really get going? Like,
I mean, as far as selling, or when were they?
No, like actually, like when you went and bought, like, were they 1940s books or 1930s or like?
So it's more. What?
I would say what, like 50s?
Yes, like. So then you get weird, right? Like, front page 1 is like 1949, or is it 1946? It might be our flag.
19. $645.
I was way off.
And this is
well, they shifted from crime over to
it's a big boy.
What is that?
And this is not the first. It's just argued in that first kind of grouping of early pre-code type covers. You know, the
right.
horror
So
type
my
covers.
argument to that is if that, and I have, I mean, you've seen it. I have a nice fucking, I have like a 6.5, maybe a 7 copy of Front Page.
And that's a hell of a book because that one's tough.
It's a ridiculous book, but Our Flag 5, there's no argument whatsoever. Like, there's no room for debate. And everyone, like, that gets into it, they're like, no, it's this. And then it's this weird bullshit about Eerie. And then they make the argument that Eerie 1, it's not the first horror comic, it's the first supernatural comic. Like, you know what that shit?
But
I just, like...
To answer the question, late 40s through the 50s, really.
Yeah.
DC Comics, I got a separate box for DCs.
There's so much great stuff though, and you know, I mean, I haven't spent big bucks on a horror book, but man, you know, granted, I've got a couple of good shops around me, but I mean, I've gotten stuff that's, I don't know if I'd call that a classic cover, but it's definitely
nice
one that
one.
people know. And I think I got this for like $25 or $30 or something like that. They can be gotten. I mean, it's not, you know, this is in really good shape. This is a Wally Wood cover. I love this one. This Eerie run isn't known for its great covers, but I like this particular Headlights cover / horror cover.
Yeah.
This thing I think only cost me like $50 or $60. It can be done. You can get some really great covers for not a lot.
Yeah, you got to just know what you're looking for, what you're doing. And I have one I wanted to show just because it just has been a book that's haunted me. It was from Ben's classic covers run the first time through, probably back in 16.
First time
and this one I freaking love. It's not even
Get the
scary.
fuck out of here.
Oh yeah.
Flip real quick. Just hit the button. I had it
Oh
on.
my God.
Twinsies.
No, I was gonna say, cover. That cover fucks me up. Every time you look at it, you're like...
It is the creepiest goddamn thing because these kids are hauling a coffin through the streets.
Made out of an orange crate. What the fuck is happening?
Yeah, and they're getting screamed at by their parents. Like, I have no idea what happened.
Bury
but
the body faster? What the fuck are people yelling?
This has been to me like the most disturbing cover of all of them. Just because you look at it and go, what were they trying to tell?
Right, and what's the bitch in the red dress doing?
This is, and I bought it for almost nothing. It's a fairly nice looking copy, and it was $60. I'm sure I paid less than that in a deal somewhere, but you know, for something like that, a nice grade. You're right. You're saying ECs were $20 all the time. Back when I got
that's
this,
what I paid for this.
I paid $60, but it was a nice copy, and it was at a dealer that isn't known for being cheap.
Yeah, we dropped the ball. Like, you know what sucks about dropping the ball is because we were ahead of the ball, but we thought 20 and $40 was expensive.
Yep.
because John and originally Ben, we talked about it. So my Golden Age collection is not anything at all, but it could have been if I would have put my money where my fucking mouth was about 6 years ago.
Yeah.
And then the shit went nuclear.
Well, the issue is sometimes we were so far ahead of the curve.
We talked about Ben had his list, and I mean, I agree with even put a number 13. I think he put COC 19 on there for 13 for me. But like, you know, we talked about, we're like, well, how great are these? And I love it. And I love Americana. I love art.
Did you have 2 or 3 of those at once?
Chamber Chills 19?
Yeah.
It was 3.
I've had 3. I have one.
But I mean, you tripled your money, and like, shit, I was happy to sell it. But who knew you could have, 6 or 10 timed it,
Oh, easy, dude. You know what I mean? We got
with the comic collector, right? Like, we're always gonna look back and be like, holy shit.
Yeah, that's a whole genre that we whiffed on because, well, I'm not gonna say we all whiffed. You guys
I was like, who is we?
I didn't whiff, but I sure could have done a better job.
Well, we could have done a better job. I'm not talking shit. You guys hit it out of the park. I did not. So I'll say I whiffed. I just assumed that I would run into them way more than I did and pay what at that time was an average price, but you couldn't even find the fucking book.
No.
you know, and
by 2014, was it 2014, 2015? It was everything's $50.
Yeah, and dude, and honestly though, but there are different sides. I never found like troves of any golden age, no matter the price on the West Coast. Ben showed a lot of you, whatever reason comic shops, you're able to find a lot more stuff.
No,
I didn't
I think that's true.
I didn't seek it out and buy it necessarily, or like on the internet or something like that. But I didn't walk by a bunch of fucking booths at fucking SDCC or something that had all this for sale for $40. It's just, you know what I mean?
I think there was just more on the East Coast for some. I just think there were more older books. East Coast is older. It's just older. There's more of all of it there.
Well, Chris knows.
We
Chris
still
knows
go there for the same day.
Yeah.
Chris knows the collection I ran into last year.
Yeah.
You motherfucker.
And you mean I showed you all these. They're all low graders, but I love this cover.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. Grade doesn't matter.
Grade doesn't matter.
And these were all 20, 25 bucks.
Yeah.
And you buy every single one of them you find.
And I did, and I thought, oh, this is great. I'll find these all the time. I haven't seen another collection since.
No.
Well, I think we're running into here in Nashville is everyone's moving to or moving out of Nashville area. So when you get a lot of people moving out in and out of your towns, people come and get rid of their collections. They bring it to your local shops, and I mean, we've definitely built huge collections in the past 3 or 4 years. But I mean, I think back to when I first started collecting, I ignored all the pre-code stuff. I gotta get the best Spider-Man 300 I can get.
Yeah,
I mean, because I'll never see another one of those pop up.
Hey, can I
50 copies later.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead and do a quick timely promo just because you did it?
I was helping you out there.
I busted out my hat for the show I recorded earlier. This is my circa 1996 or so Marvel hat, Venom, because Matt Roybal and I for Global Comic Safari started to tackle the ASM 300 international set. So we did half of it this week, and we're doing half of it next week. So if you have any interest in it, you need to check it out. So,
you bought that hat 20 years ago?
Yeah, dude, I found it in my room the other while
your head
when I
still
was
the
cleaning
same
it out.
size? Did you have a big head back then too?
Yes. Yes. That's how it had to fit, man, dude. But I don't know. It felt appropriate, and that show is going to be awesome. So if you have any interest in foreign comics, that's the book people want.
You teach someone like our friend. I know you. Different ones of our friends. I know you guys see it. Like our friend Robert Fordham was into it, heavily, and like there's all you guys coming together. Fucking had made an amazing job and shit that I wouldn't fucking know. I wish I had the time to I'm not talking shit. I just, the time you spent researching is great. And I'm glad you went down that fucking rabbit hole, man, and such cool fucking shit, dude. So fucking cool.
Yeah, but you're costing me money, so I need you to stop.
I've seen Mike is in a hangout with me, and I've seen where he's going. He's in trouble.
I'm fucked. Yeah, I'm super fucked, man.
Oh yeah.
Well, I finished off that deal today for those Norwegian, whatever, Dutch Red Sonja, the whole run.
Well, I might have just bought I think 8 more ASM 300 covers. So
different ones or 8 of the same.
Only one more Italian, and the rest were new ones to me. So I'm real close on that set, minus maybe 2. And 1 I probably won't find because I keep losing out on it.
That Conan set is fucking ridiculous.
You don't have to say it, but yeah.
Ugh, so many in that Conan set. Should never have bit that one off.
So I do not have a ton of Golden Age pre-code, but I've gone down. I sort of like going down because my this is Uncanny Tales number 8, but definitely going down because the Uncanny Tales was an Atlas, and Stan Lee is edited, and he wrote a couple of them. And also, I mean, this is $9 this year.
Yeah.
So I mean, beat the hell, but it's $9.
Well, I found some cheap. Like sometimes you'll find the ones that have like been water damaged and stuff, and if they got a good cover, I'll still buy them. We talked about brittle pages, but if somebody's going to sell them for $8-10, I'll buy them. I'm
afraid to take this out of the bag, but this is my favorite one.
That's great.
I know those books, but you're afraid to take out of the bag.
Disintegrate in your hands.
Oh yeah.
Too many of those.
You can start seeing the corner, the brittle and brown, and afraid to take it out. Hopefully, it's so.
I got one for Sean, my friend who loves werewolves, the ugliest werewolf in history, I think.
Oh, is it that Dell set? No.
That one.
No.
It's werewolf of all time. Venture to the unknown. It is the worst, and like I've wanted it, and because I haven't found a high grade enough copy for the right price, which is free, that like, I haven't fucking bought it yet, dude.
I spent way more than free on this, but because
that's $6 high on those, but
this is the Edgar Church copy.
Oh.
I have no idea how it's only a
Is that
6.
supposed to mean something?
That's a Mile High.
So that's my copy. Did you?
And it was at auction a while ago, and it sure looks better than a 6, though.
Did I press that for you?
No, I bought it slab. I honestly, there's a little bit of writing. There's like a pencil mark on it. No, that's him though. He did the pencil mark, right? Didn't we talk about that? See,
lots of different people did the pencil mark, man.
But didn't the Mile High have the pencil mark?
Yes, some of them do, some of them don't. But some of the Mile High, some of the Mile Highs also have pencil inside, because Church would make tiny little notations to be like, I like this.
Yeah, so I don't know. This one looks way higher than it graded, so but I'm probably not going to fuck with it because it's probably not worth regrading.
What Church copy did I press and drop off for you? Was it an old ass book too?
That was the Baker Fugitives of Crime #2 that I ended up selling that one.
Okay. Yeah.
So you have pressed the Mile High copy, which is nice.
Did you get the Mile High pedigree?
Yeah, I still had the certificate.
I submitted it in person at Cal Comic Con, so I did. They're pretty good about sending that shit back. I haven't seen them fuck it up. Let's put it that way.
Yeah.
Hey, Sean, I have a question for you. If you let's say you were to agree to press a book for me, and it's already slabbed, would you want me to send you the slab and you crack it?
Oh, I mean, you're wasting your own. I don't mind cracking the slab. I mean, you're probably wasting money in the weight, though. Like,
yeah,
it probably cost you $10 more to ship a slab.
True.
But just hit me on the side because I don't know what book it is.
Morello, how about you set up pressing times on Hangouts?
It's all fine. Just show me.
Ben's gonna show some books.
Also,
Mike sets up a deal. I'm just gonna highlight.
It's not a deal. I'm sorry.
People came to see eye candy. Let's show them some eye candy.
Sorry.
Oh, our friend DS Comics is here, who does the Golden Guys. So what's up, DS?
What's up?
Check them out on the Comic Corps. The Golden Guys have a great show doing timely Marvels. DS is a huge Precor fan, and if you see
that one, Ben.
If you see his icon, it's my favorite cover I just showed. But
that's gorgeous, Ben.
One too.
I've never seen that book in person.
So I got one.
Ben just over here with his dick out, like, all right, boys. Put me in.
It's got fucking all I want to do is be like, look at this shit. And for what it's worth, all my shit's low grade. Fuck it. This is one of those right on the fucking fence books, right? Like,
yeah, that's cool though.
That's not pre-code horror, right? But it's really close.
Yeah.
Like, it's 19. I mean, I don't know, man. What defines it at this point? I grabbed that for a song. This is a weird book that is pre-Ant-Man. But it's the same fucking story, except the dude, like, gets fucked up by a bunch of bees.
Except he's turns into, like, the Jeff Goldblum Ant-Man.
He turns into nothing. He's dead.
I like the comment. He calls them the broader era Dark Golden Age. I like that. Yeah.
Ooh.
I guess John liked it too because he's putting it on the screen. So
yeah, I thought that was a good comment.
I like Dark GA too because that goes into the weird, like,
I'm in that.
Crime books that are definitely like, you know what I mean? Like that's exactly what it is. They're dark fucking covers. I like that a lot.
Yeah, they're not.
Ben, are you gonna show us what's behind your head?
I'll show you a Basil Wolverton. The only cover better than this is the one right before it. It's the fucking erupting, like, tomb totem coming out of the ground. And Basil Wolverton, I don't know enough. I just know that it's very limited
I just love that fucking name.
Are insane. Yeah, right. Like he's going to be badass with that name.
Well, I picked up a couple books that I don't consider horror, but like they have horror theme in them, like even humor.
I've never seen that.
Humor books.
Dude, pull that up. Will you pull that out of the bag?
Yeah,
I've never even heard of that series.
I don't know why people tape this shit.
The assholes.
Right now.
Can you hold him?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking cool, man. I never saw that before.
Yeah,
That's nice. It's a nice one.
It was weird. I think it was like $120, and the seller was like, "Well, let's call it 122 for good measure." I was like, "Okay."
Let's do that.
I'm so fucking confused.
he needed the $2 to cover, the packaging.
I don't even know, man.
You ever get those offers on eBay and people are like, "Hey, if you don't like this offer, counter." And I'm like, "Well, I liked your offer, but I'm clearly going to counter now."
Yeah.
You know what I
I
mean?
no longer like your counter,
Do not need
your
more.
offer. So this is
Yeah.
one of those fucking books. I don't know. I feel like it's expensive, not restored.
Yeah.
So I bought a restored copy, and it looks like an 8. Like, I'm still off on like how they grade restored. Like, is this 4 or 5? What the book looked like before it was restored? 'Cause
No.
Yeah,
There's
that's
something that they
whatever
don't.
They did, I
They
think.
probably just left something off the label.
there's no realm. This is a VG plus N. Like,
Yeah.
it just doesn't exist, man. Some other important books or relevant.
Can I show a couple dark? Oh, never mind. You're going. You got them handy.
He's going through his whole box.
Hey, who's that signed with?
It's signed by Feldstein.
I would too if I had it.
That's awesome, dude.
I need a Feldstein.
Oh, that's fucking tight.
And this is an anger book. I bought this out of sheer rage. I tried to buy the 10, and the guy fucked me over for $5.
Sean remembers when you missed the Crime Patrol and you left for like
Dude,
2 years.
That was a bad fucking
And then he bought it.
Yeah, I didn't talk to Ben for months because he was so mad.
Yeah. He was done, dude.
Dude, I literally took 2 months off of comics, didn't I?
Yes, at least.
No,
It wasn't longer.
John barely, you were all gone for a year.
Part of that was the weed too, though. To be fair, they legalized weed in my state.
Yeah, but we're like, where'd Ben go? I don't know. We lost that Crime Patrol. I haven't seen him since.
Right, and took that Crime Patrol money and bought a bag. That's how addictions start, gentlemen.
So Mike, tell your child don't lose on the Crime Patrol.
Yeah, don't lose on the Crime Patrol.
That's where bad things happen.
Hey, you got one?
You can buy. I don't have one now.
Ben was clean cut before that happened.
Ben's never making me cut. Ben, did you ever get a CP15?
What, buddy?
Did you ever get a CP15?
Behind him.
Oh shit. Okay, I guess it's days.
Yeah.
Oh, and a better copy than the one you lost. You didn't even have to leave us for a year.
No, the copy I lost was a 4.
Oh, what? What? Nope. I think you were high.
Still hurts.
I think it was a 2.9.
Oh God.
This is why I collect horror.
Hold on. Let me put you back.
Nice.
I mean, what? This shit makes me happy.
That's a nuts one.
Dude, the world had to have been a better place 7 years ago. That's all I gotta say.
Then there's this kind of stuff that's like, all right, I mean, I get what you were doing,
Yeah, it's not.
but
It's
you
like the end
did
of
it
Big
better.
Trouble in Little China.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like,
There's a lot of swipes and a lot of just
Yeah.
stuff.
first published Ditko. I think we already talked about this, though.
Oh, that's another great cover.
That's a good one.
I don't know. I had a bunch of nonsense like that. I think Z and I have this thing, right?
Nonsense.
I don't have that one. I have the.
That's fucking cool. Is that a comic?
That's the Tricky Beware 10.
I got this one.
You don't want to pick that for Moon?
Yeah,
I saved
really.
it. I saved it.
I did too.
It's one of those that it covers so many good things.
It does.
Are you guys holding out, or does somebody have a fucking Beyond One?
A what?
Beyond One.
I don't have a Beyond One.
The werewolf.
What's
No.
Beyond One?
The werewolf.
Werewolf?
I have almost bought it a few times, and I keep it keeps
Storage, I
jumping.
have one. I didn't know I was doing this, but I have one.
It keeps jumping every time. Like every time I see it at an auction, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it, and I never do. Never make it.
So
Why
maybe
can't I think of
That's
it?
a nice cover.
It's the werewolf like that's.
yeah, but that the seeds and shit. But it's a red cover, and he's wearing like a flannel. I think I don't know, but like.
Oh, is there a shitty blue one? There's a shitty blue Beware that I sold. That's a werewolf cover.
It's Beyond.
Beyond.
There's a lot of black
Underwear.
on that cover. Some
Yeah.
yellows, some reds.
Wow. I'm spacing on it, guys.
I wanted to show just
So, go
just
ahead.
because DS was talking dark golden age. These are not horror, but I mean even the humor books were
Right, baby.
pretty dark. Like this is a humor magazine, and you got this kid trapping Santa in the damn bear trap. And what the heck is that? And then this is a humor magazine, and you just got the broad in the red dress with hanging and just skulls and spiders everywhere. So everything in the 50s kind of was just a little different time, man, and it's great.
Yeah.
And shout out to DS over here that just brought up Blue Bolt 111.
Yeah.
Actually, because John brought that up to me, I've been on the hunt for that book over other books for a long time. And okay, so I guess I'll bring my book up because I'm sad. I'm a sad person. I set a GPA record last night, but my heart is breaking. We are moving, and so I told my wife I put some of my fucking grills up and shit like that.
No.
Oh.
No.
So this is the last day that
Oh,
Oh,
no! Why wouldn't you tell me? You're breaking me. Tell me how much it was so I know I couldn't afford it.
11.
Uh,
The highest it's ever sold for, I think, was this that I got for 300.
yeah.
If the buyer doesn't come through, I'm your Huckleberry.
You're,
Yeah, take it.
you're gonna regret it. Oh
Just
my.
cancel and start over a new 20-year eBay account.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is heart wrenching because we all know that I'm werewolf. So just because this was next to it in the slab box.
Yeah.
9.6 is the highest. I don't have a 9.6, but I do have a 9.4 of my boy Jack Russell over here. But yeah, this guy went for 11 this morning, and you want to know the good and the bad about this?
That's a real price, man. Good for you.
Get the real price. So at least I'm content with sending GBR. You know what is good and bad about this? So I have exciting news. This morning we were woken up out of bed because someone wanted to come over. We're moving next month, and people find, in the age of coronavirus, our house is for sale, and people aren't seeing houses for obvious reasons. They said someone needed to come over today, so we jumped out of bed. We got ready, went down the street, and our fucking house sold today.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh, good for you, buddy.
Congrats, my friend.
Congratulations.
We already had a purchase agreement for a house that we're moving next month. Didn't want to pay 2 mortgages. Our house sold today, and I'm like, couldn't it have sold like 2 days ago? So I would still have this because I am a man of my word. I will honor my sale. I'm a man of my word. I will honor my
For
sale.
another 12 hours.
This is the 7th highest graded copy, and like there's like they don't come up for sale, especially in this grade. And as a
They
werewolf,
don't come up for sale, period.
but I sold it for what I think is legit price. So no, they don't come for. You can't even get a copy, much less a CGC
I know.
5. Anyway.
I bet whoever it's going to, it's not going anywhere from them for a long time.
Oh, it's
So
not at all. The guy was already hitting me up. He's like, "Look, man, I'm not a dealer." He has no like, I am not a dealer. I am a golden age collector. I would love to add this to my collection. If this isn't, you know how I just said, like, if this isn't enough money, counter.
Oh.
Right, and you know what I mean, and so the fact that the guy kept messaging me like he's so stoked and he's a golden age collector and blah blah blah. He even asked me, he's all, "Do you have the Beyond One cover? Because that's my other favorite werewolf cover." you know, because this is like if you're listening, you know, since Werewolf by Night right here, we all know that, you know, Werewolf by Night is Marvel Spotlight 2. But this predates it, but it's not the same character or anything. You know what I mean? And it's an Atlas book. It's not the same character, but it is what it is. It says fucking. I mean, tell me that's not similar.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Panels and like it is what it is. It's 25 years earlier. So anyway, so one of my babies is gonna go to a good vintage collector and to my house. So anyway, I'm glad that I jumped on the show with you guys and was at least able to go like that.
At least able to share, give it one last share.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, one of my best golden age baby is going away. And
I wanted to show a book off that I fucking bought.
That's just inappropriate.
That's amazing.
You son of a bitch.
This is Brazilian horror. I went down the fucking rabbit hole, guys, and DS, you're welcome, because I'm gonna show you some stuff your brain will hurt from. But this
was that
is
an eBay seller called Hitler.
You what?
Was that an eBay seller called Hitler?
No. I mean, they're branding her, for the love of God. But this is like a big old thick
branding. She looks like burn at the stake.
No, they've got a brand out.
That's there. A beautiful, a fucking title. That's a beautiful book, though, man. God,
that's a beautiful.
I have been told it's the nicest copy that any Brazilian is aware of, and I was like, what? And this Jamie Cortez is like their artist, like it's their big man, their favorite, and their Schomburg or their Cole or whoever the heck you like. This is theirs, and I happened to see it and it's like, I need this book.
It's amazing. It's amazing. So, you showed me the other day and I about lost it.
So, you know, for all of you that are like, I've seen everything, you haven't. There's some more shit that I'm going to bring to the earth that you haven't seen.
Hey, Ben, remember we talked about this one?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Remember what we discovered?
I remember what you discovered.
What did you discover?
Cover artist on this book? Any guesses?
No clue, bro.
Kirby. Who knew? I guess he did a fair amount of this series. This is the Prize Comics series, not the later.
Fuck,
not the later.
That Black Magic shit's affordable.
Oh yeah,
very. I think I got this for $10 or $15. I mean, again, it's kind of beat up, but
you can find some good Black Magics. I mean, there's some weird stuff in them. We're gonna go back to the Ben show here.
Yeah. Oh, that's awesome.
Obscure shit. Here's some obscure shit.
That's cool, though. Love that.
Here's another. That's a great run, right?
That Frankenstein run has always intrigued me. I don't own any, but man, it's always caught my eye.
That close-up.
Forever.
Do you have the close-up one?
That's the only Frankenstein I have because I always passed on them.
Yeah, you're like, well, I don't need them, and then all of a sudden they get caught.
That close-up one's awesome too.
I'm just flipping through.
Is that number 1 or 7? Is the close-up one?
Good question. I will let you know in a second.
That one's. That's.
That's beautiful. Oh, what is that? Oh, I think I need that.
Welcome, Dennis Hayes.
Some random number 1, Dennis Hayes. What up? See, like this is the kind of stuff that I don't know why I have.
Well, you just had to buy it though.
Right, but why isn't it in the sell pile? Like, this is for Big Leg. These are my fucking werewolf books. I don't have anything impressive.
Oh, that one I love too.
Oh, that's great.
And this is the other one.
Huh.
Right?
Where's shoulder pads? Look like a football player.
Oh my God. Oh my God, Paul's problems just made me lose my shit.
I think Z and I used to talk about there's a different version of this.
Yes.
That's like I bought lots of like shitty copies of number 1 books.
I mean, if you could pull our thread up from 5 to 10 years ago, it would be nonsensical.
The horror. All right. So I do have some cool horror that's not over here because I keep the LD Cole stuff separate.
Because you don't want him to.
Fantastic
You
fucking-
don't want him to intermingle.
Man, you're full of shit. You just throw shit in the floor in the general pile of $1,000 books.
Yeah.
I just. Yeah.
I don't know why I have this.
There's different corners in your basement, dude.
Do you want to see a book? Here's a fucking book.
Oh god damn it! I regret losing that one.
Damn, that's a nice
That's
book.
awesome.
It's a ridiculous fucking cover.
Oh, that's a ridiculous cover.
That is one I sold too early.
This is one of those. It might have been one of the first $100 horror books. Like for whatever reason, and maybe other people do, buying Marvel, buying Silver Age blue chips, like, $500, $1,000 X-Men 1 or whatever, didn't phase you back then because it was.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, where $100 on a pre-code book, I was like, get the fuck. What? Is there a fucking couple $100 inside of it? Like, what do you mean? I'm giving you that kind of money.
I've only seen 2 of that book, and you had one and I had one, man.
Yeah, this book, though, was one of those I saw it and was like, thanks, here's my money. That and this one.
Yeah, DS says that red, it's only 8 or 10 on the census. It is tough, and that one I had was like a 1.8 or 2.0, something low.
This is like a 6.
Yeah, your red seal? Oh shit, dude, that's some quiche. That is some quiche.
That's awesome, man.
I mean, like,
I got a random question for you guys. So comic books, once grading became grading and such 20 years ago or whatever, graded books took off, graded company made bank, CGC, blah blah blah, right? Because we all wish we had the comic book fucking time capsule where we knew future prices, we knew how much easy shit that we could flip and such. If you could go back to, let's call it 1990 and life is a do-over, would you just collect books or would you start the first grading company?
Can I buy art instead? Because that's my answer.
Yeah.
Like, I buy lots of fucking
Trying to
art.
play catch up on that.
There's no answer C, Ben.
The problem behind books was you probably still would sell it too early.
I buy comics.
I mean, all of these dealers probably have stories of shit they've sold that they want to cry about.
Oh, God.
I think we all have stories of that, don't we?
Yeah.
There was
like,
this guy had a New Mutants 98 10-0 at the beginning of the run and sold it for like, $300-400. This 15 years ago. Sold $300-400. By the end of the con, it was on the 6 dealers wall for like $1,000. Everybody kept buying it, and there's a dude out here. He's a guy, right? But anyway, and he's not full of shit. He's a dealer.
He's a guy.
And I'm like, oh, holy fuck, dude. I mean, what's up? What?
DS wants your red seal.
Oh yeah, I saw.
What's a 10? What's a 10 on New Mutants?
That's a no.
25,000, 30,000.
I was gonna guess 20.
Yeah, it's somewhere up there. It's over 20 for sure.
If it makes you feel better, it's less than a fucking Detective 31, which I missed out on.
I have the only New Mutants 98 Mark Jewelers 98 on eBay. I put it up for $10,000, and I'm not accepting offers. And now that our house sold today, I'm just tipsy enough to take it back the fuck down and never sell it.
Put it up at 14 grand.
DS has a good answer on that. Buy a shit ton of ASMs and not feel bad about selling them.
You could specialize in Spider-Man and Deadpool and Harley and and Batman, and then you just be good. Like, say you narrowed your focus to that, you're good because Harley's forever. Deadpool's the modern Spider-Man, and I don't give a shit, dude. New Mutants 98's, I don't care how many there are. It's one of the best investments you can fucking make as long as you do your diligence, dude. When we're old, everyone's gonna want one, dude. I mean, that's my opinion. But
I think.
Well, I tell you what,
Rachel and I were talking about 300 today about the same principle, right?
Well, the DS brought it up, but one of the dealers, one of the shop owners I used to talk to, he closed again. He's opened a few different times in life. Him and his buddy were really early on the CGC thing, and he's like, I would buy them on eBay for $20. I would get the nicest ones I could. I'd send them into CGC. They'd get 9.6s, 9.8s. I'd sell them at $300, and I'd repeat times hundreds of times.
Spidey 300.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like, that was the cash fucking cow since day one. So, I mean, yes, that's a way you could make a shit ton of money and not even not be sad you sold them, I guess.
I mean, they printed however many copies they printed. I'm just going to be quite honest with you. That book is not an easy 9.8. And first off, the pages they call white are white. All those pages are brown by now.
Yeah.
There ain't a copy with white pages out there. I don't give a fuck what PTCC puts on their slab. I pressed fucking 150 of those, dude. I've never seen a copy with fucking what I consider white pages. Not fucking one. You know, they're fucking not even off white. They're fucking brown.
I'm not sure you can get that many 3.98s DS, but 9.6s probably, because I did check the census for research yesterday. There are 22,000 plus graded, 1,300 9.8s. It's actually 1,298. I call it 1,300.
Holy shit.
And there are 10 9.9s. Wow.
Dude, in those 9.8s, there was gay sex happening in the back. I get those 9.9. I'm just okay. Could have been straight sex. You could have let them fuck your wife, but I'm just saying there was something dirty going down in that book. Okay, you know what I mean? It's all men that work there. We all know that. That's why I said gay. I didn't say gay because I hate you. Okay, it's all men that work there. You know, there's not women grading books. We all know this. So it's true. And so, and we all know that you can pick up one, throw it across the room, and just say that you don't need gloves for books like that because it hurts them or something. But anyway, no, but dude, I'm telling you, I don't think
time travel fantasy. You're right. Yes, you're fantasy. You do what you want. My wife asked me that question once, and I said, you know what? I think I would have to take back if I could go back in time. I'm like, I overthought it, and I'm like, but the currency wouldn't be good, so I'd have to take back something worth of value that I could sell. And I'm like, well, I need silver or gold. And I was trying to research the precious metals that went up and down out of me. I went into like a freaking wormhole of how would I actually do it if it happened? Because I couldn't take
all
our
the
money.
Fucking fun out of it. Took all the fun out of it.
What's this funny dollar bill you're giving me? This doesn't look right.
Yeah.
What book would you go back and get?
Early. Like
what book would
you buy whatever books in the 90s, but you're still probably going to sell in like the 2000s for way too goddamn low, and you'd be kicking yourself later because like, God damn it,
they're all too damn low.
Dude, you know,
I still kick myself over that damn Greg Land Spider-Gwen book for selling for $700, thinking who's going to give a shit about Spider-Gwen in 3 years?
I sold one to Trey for 3 fucking presses. I don't want to talk to you.
To be fair, I did win mine in a Raz, so I didn't actually have to pay for it.
Simon Raz the Land EOS V2 variant for $60.
Oh.
For $60, and we had back as mods, we had fucking backlash about gouging and stealing and price. This is a fucking $3,000 book now, dude.
Yeah.
It's a 3,000. You know what I mean, or close to it. 9.8. I'm not gonna.
It hit like what 35. I think once.
I bought back in that book at 9.8s about 700 or 800 and sold them at about 18 to 2. And I still look back and go, shit, why did I do that?
What? Which one, dude? You got smoked on your auction.
Oh, that stupid CBCS. I fucking never will grade or modern in those again.
Dude, John auctioned a CBCS 9.8 of that book. What'd you get, like 14 or 16 or something?
Yeah, it was something terrible.
It was shit. And you're like,
and the next CGC 9.8 was 25.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Dude, nothing wrong with CBCS. Don't auction that shit though.
No.
Dude, don't auction that shit.
I thought this is a no lose book.
Well, the only good thing about
TS is doing it real logical. I go back and work as a dishwasher and buy comics with my paychecks. Well, see, he took the fun out of it too. He made it real.
Oh, dude, do you guys have? What you got?
Oh, that one's beauty.
Do you guys
not V punch, but A punch?
It's A punch.
It's
You
like
guys
the third.
Yeah, hold back up. Oh, all right, don't.
Do we have what? Like?
Peter,
Fuck it up. Nah, fuck it.
Games file copies. Pedigrees.
No. I tried to make the EC run, like every EC book, and then after the Crime Patrol fucking incident,
I'm glad you're still here. He took a year off and came back and bought CBSI. That legit happened.
angry.
Fuck you! I'm fire in the place.
Like if I can't collect it, I'll just tell people.
All right, so you go back in time. You go back in time. What's the one book you buy? You can only buy one book. What do you buy?
Well, how far do we go back, and when do I get to
Go
sell?
back as far as you want. You can go wherever you want.
Well,
Detective 31.
Unfortunately, it's Tech 31. Why not 27 and then buy all the copies of 31 that exist in the world?
But how many book you came across? Like in person?
31 and 27 are like this.
Are they really?
Yeah. 31's the second Batman book, right?
Yeah.
I don't mean cover. I mean in terms of value. Like it goes 27, 31, maybe 35, then 29 jumps back in because 28 has no cover.
Yeah, I mean, Ben Samuels just goes for the answers. I don't know why there's much discussion. There's only two.
Well, there's not discussion. Unfortunately, if you're talking about money, there's not discussion. I mean,
yeah.
Right.
No, there is. I'm like not money. If I could own one book, it'd be Detective 31, not fucking action. All due respect, I like Ben Samuels, cool guy, really smart, but I don't want an action one. That covers nonsense. I want fucking the most iconic comic cover ever printed.
I really thought it over and I was like,
I definitely respect your answer, my man.
I thought one of the most fun times would be is if you could time travel back to an early San Diego or one of those like old timey shows and just have some funds to buy whatever you want. Because like then you could get everything from every era, not like go to the newsstands and get one book times 10. Yeah. You go to like an old time like San Diego or one of those like early shows and just see.
That's when you buy church copies raw, like just sitting on a table.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what original art sold for I think less than $2,000?
Spawn 1?
No, the first page when you open up the first page of Walking Dead 1 with Rick in the fucking
Yeah.
Fucking $1 or $2 grand at fucking auction.
That was on CGC or something back then, wasn't it?
It was, and I saw it. I didn't know that happened, so I saw it at DCC, and it had a price tag on it of like 15, 25,000. And this is 4 or 5 years ago, also by the way. And then so you see it on there, and I'm like, fuck, that would be incredible. That would be incredible. And I'm thinking, and then it was former podcast cohort Jimmy was like, dude, that sold for like whatever. He told me the number at the time, but it was 2,000 or less, I think is what it sold for. And I'm thinking, holy shit, they had it up for 15, 25. I don't remember because I wasn't in the market for a $15,000 or $25,000 book that day, or most days. Anyway, this whole house thing I'm getting, but anyway, it was like holy fucking shit. But I'm thinking, what iconic art. And I'm sorry, like I know Walking Dead isn't what it was. Like we all know that. I'm still a Walking fan. I watch every fucking Sunday or Monday when I record. Okay, because wife didn't get into it. Whatever, you know what I mean. And
I know how that goes.
Yeah. Well, I'm weird. I only moved in with my wife a year and a half ago, and we've been together for like 13 years. But like, so like I would in my apartment, I could watch what the fuck I wanted. But like there are certain shows that like that I've been into for so long that I'm not gonna give up on Walking Dead. I watch Fear of the Walking Dead. I'm gonna watch that new one that comes out. It's still something that I get like 8 hours every 6 months, and then the next 6 months I get another 8 hours, whatever, because they do the first and a half seasons and shit. Like Walking Dead is still a great fucking show. I'm rewatching it all, like as I work and stuff. Like I just have it on Netflix, like on. You know what I mean? Like it's on because I already know what's happening, so I don't have to study it or shit. And I mean, it's a fucking spectacular show. I mean, Andrew Lincoln, great actor, spectacular run. We're all surprised that they didn't even fucking go to 200. You know, you thought they'd be like,
Yeah.
dude, fucking, you got to hit 200 on this motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're that close. Like, yeah.
Just do it, dude. But at the same time, you got to give respect to the creator saying that's it. And by the way, the last issue, did you guys all read that?
Yeah.
The last issue, oh my god, dude. By the way, Negan lives. Even Topher was like, dude, we should make t-shirts that say Negan lives. I was like, no, dude. I know the last thing you get says Negan fucking lives. Rick went to his house. That dude didn't come out, man. And it says Negan lives, and Negan's still doing it on TV and everything like that, man. So, Walking Dead, I'm sorry, Rick Grimes is gonna go down. He's one of the top comic characters of all time, in my opinion. And especially when it goes to crossover, dude. I know Marvel had a bunch of fucking movies, but they just blew shit up, dude. You know what I mean? Like what the movies made, they made they made Iron Man way more iconic than old Shellhead and shit. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Shit about
Downey. Look.
Iron Man never had fucking respect until Downey. You know,
he just added him. So I'm just gonna be myself and just be snarky and just
he's a great.
roll with it. You make Iron Man like me.
Marvel cast the
perfect
shit out of those movies.
It's like the character was written
for Chaplin. Downey should have won Best Actor. You know what I mean? Like, I mean, he's a spectacular actor, man. So,
and then you got Bendis on all the books and saying, "I'm going to write everybody like Tony Stark." Everybody's snarky.
Oh, he fucked Gamora so hard.
But I mean, you got to think when we think that arguing that Chris Hemsworth wasn't the best cast, or everybody cast is like they did such a fucking good job. And Robert Downey is so much amazing.
Yeah. No, I didn't believe in Chris Evans. How the hell did Johnny Storm to be Captain America? But he sold it.
Yeah.
They made Thanos the second best villain of all time. No one's ever going to surpass the Joker ever. You know what I mean? There's because you can't recreate 80 years or years. Whatever.
I'm going to say this about that, and then we're going back to Golden Age.
Just talking shit. Oh,
wait! You're gonna call Thanos better than Gene Hackman's Lex Luthor?
Well, he was buying real estate.
EC, you said EC, and I brought up games, so I have to say this is one of my favorite books ever. I pressed and graded this myself. It is way more beautiful than a 4.0. The colors are perfect on this book, and I don't give a shit. It's mine. You know what I mean? So
that's a book I missed. And that's one of those, I really missed the boat on buying that.
I grew up Mad Magazine. I think Mad.
I'd love to have one of those.
Mad 266 is the one with the Garbage Pail Kid, Alfred E. Newman cover with the Garbage Pail Kids with all the shit in the back cover. And so that made me get into start reading Mad. I bought Mad every week for like 10 years or every month. I'm sorry, for like 10 years because Mad Magazine's great. And so Mad Magazine, not a comic without being a comic, a satire magazine, whatever the fuck you want to say. You know what I mean? This to me is life. Like this was gonna go in my, this is what I love. Is Mad. And because you brought up EC, and I don't have a lot of storage because I'm moving, and because it's EC, even though it's not horror, you know what I mean?
No, that's a good book, man.
You talked original art and stuff. As a couple of months ago, I was bidding on some freaking Spy versus Spy original art. That would have been badass stuff.
I can't wait. I'm getting the new man cave at the new house, and I'm gonna
Ben, don't do that one to me.
I just want to point out, Z traded this book to me, telling me it wasn't his style.
Yeah.
I gladly accept it.
I got a Crow one, I think.
Oh man.
I was like, that's my style.
That's a book that I still like. I still don't understand how it jumped so much, though.
The best part is this shit. Like, what the fuck?
But I don't understand why.
The reason why I think is because that exists on. Because it exists on 2 lists. It's on all the Good Girl art lists too.
I guess it just boggled me on that one.
No, this is a horror book that was just overdue.
I just still don't see it. If you told me to choose that amongst many others, I would not choose it.
I chose the other one, which I couldn't find it, probably because I was showing it off. I only have 2 of these. I have this one and the other.
The yellow dress.
The yellow, it's yellow negligee. Actually, I would like it more if the fucking chains weren't to the ground. Like, that's what makes this book
I think I have the yellow one. Hold on.
I had the yellow one up back somewhere. Who was talking about Beyond?
Beyond 1 is the werewolf, but yeah, all the Beyond covers, dude. Those Beyonds are all impossible to find.
Is this not 1?
No, 1 has a werewolf. Trust me.
Yeah, and it looks like the movie, like Werewolf, a little bit.
Motherfucker! It's number 2. Why did I buy this shit?
Yeah, you're totally right, Pete. It's the movie werewolf looking dude, man.
Yeah, because it reminded me of that little fucking Remco action figure I used to have of the werewolf. I'm like, hey, he looks like that guy.
I know Z's seen this and has this and blah blah blah, but this is one of the best. I got rid of most of my ECs. I couldn't handle it, but I kept this. I kept a real shit copy of this because I got it $100. It's the first Tales from the Crypt issue. After it's Tales, Crypt of Terror. Menace.
Anybody have a Crime Suspense 22?
Yeah. That's a great example.
You have one?
Yeah. Yeah, no, dude, I have every EC key except for War 10 now.
It has all keys.
Crime 10 is the only fucking book I still need. I have Moon Girl 4 and 5.
I love that 22.
Yeah.
Oh, those
Wolverine
Moon Girl,
are the lock and key, but no Crime Suspense stories here.
I bought a real shit copy. This is one of the greatest.
Peter, though, that cover is a great cover, though. That homage is great, that Wolverine one.
Yeah. I love all the
Oh, the 310? 355?
The Sabretooth, Severed Head.
Sabretooth one?
Hey, what do you? So it's not EC, it's not GA or whatever. But like, honestly, the 70s DC horror books, they're eventually going to get they're eventually going to get their due.
And that's why I'm kicking myself. I had a shit ton available. I could have bought off this guy out at the flea market. I'm like, nah, I'll get them later.
Yeah, that's what I kept saying, Peter. I kept being like, fuck it, they're not going to go up. And now it's like...
What am I going to do with some witching hours? I don't fucking need those.
Especially
high grade shit. Oh yeah,
Cain and Abel, the House of Mystery and House of Secrets. Those used to be $20 in high grade. I went to grab one because I'm like, fuck, I shouldn't have sold them all.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
I think 9.0 House of Secrets 92s are like $8,000 or $9,000.
Yeah,
they're not 92. I have 92.
Like a 9.0. I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, not that that's low grade. That's high grade. But like, it.
Yeah, still.
Like, 10 grand
up for bronze.
That's a lot of money, man.
For a Bronze Age book,
that's a lot.
Yeah, that's incredible. I mean, that outsells like whatever. But yeah,
I found that ghost.
Do we say that's definitely?
Yes.
Oh, that's gorgeous, John.
That's the one I have. I don't know where the fuck it is. It's on the other side.
I had to go dig it out. It wasn't where it should be.
Isn't that a gorgeous book though? It has that same fucking creepy fuck in the background.
Yeah,
it's great.
I think I like that one. I might like it more.
Hey, listen. You have you have that one, and I have this one. So obviously, I made a choice that maybe was the wrong one. I don't know.
Can I show, this is a related book. It's not GA. It's a Eric Powell cover. It's the Creepy that came out that was a variant, and it's a great wraparound by Powell.
Oh yeah.
Right. So this I got for fucking a song. It's signed by Powell and Bernie Wrightson. And getting Bernie Wrightson SS books aren't the easiest to fucking come by. So to get this thing, even though it's like recreate or whatever like that, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Creepy number 1 is another book. I keep looking for it, then I don't find it at the price I want, and then the world sort of moves on. But Creepy number 1 is a great investment. I need a Creepy one. I need a Cracked number 1 also. You know, because I read Cracked. I bought Cracked and Mad every month.
Creepy is one I keep putting off, and I keep putting off, and I keep putting off, and I will probably be pissed about it.
Oh, we're both being pissed.
Bought a 6.0 or something and then wasn't happy with it. I got really weird about bronze and like carried over to like that late silver stuff or early mid silver.
You still swear bronze books are worthless.
Yeah.
It hurts me, man. Like, I look back and I'm like, I settled for all 8.0s of like my giant size, my 181s and 8.5. Like, and people now, like nowadays, it's like, well, fuck, those are huge books. But to be fair, in 2012 to 2014, when I was buying this shit,
Yeah.
they were so cheap, and it was like they were just in my fucking way. Like, I don't want.
Well, and also, dude, there were multiples of all those in the years you're talking about on the con walls.
Yeah.
Every fucking dealer.
If like maybe they wanted too much, what we thought was too much money, but you could get them.
Yeah.
They're going into collections. They are harder and harder to find. Like the first, dude, like my Marvel Spotlight 5, I paid $800 for a 9.0.
Mm.
Okay? It's a $4,000 book. And have white page. And by the way, no one sleep on page color now. Page color, in my opinion, for those Bronze Age books especially, white pages are selling for way more. So if you have white pages graded, don't fuck around and be giving away your white pages books just because you want to make whatever fucking GPA says. GPA can suck some balls because they don't fucking take page color into account. You got some cream color Marvel Spotlight 5, suck a dick. You got a fucking
white page is the new newsstand. You heard it here first.
Yeah, suck a dick. And so I'm being serious. So
I believe you.
Silver Surfer Silver Surfer 4, the Thor color. Try to find that book on white pages. You can't find it on white page. And if you
try to find that book in a 9.2 or better, fucking before you even go to the pages.
Yeah, I sold it. It's on your buddy's Super Comics wall.
I do. In the house.
It's on Ted's wall. Last I saw.
Nice.
So I had to sell it to get my my Hawkman 4,
which we're all still waiting to take off.
If it ever does, though, that 9.6 is going to look real good.
Bro, some of us heard it was going to be announced before it got announced. Some of us might have bought a lot of copies of Hawkman 4. For whatever fucking reason, I think because the cover doesn't involve her, because it doesn't involve Satana on the cover, like, and maybe because it's DC or something, it still hasn't got its fucking dude.
Cover.
No, it won't jump. It will not jump, and it is pissing me off.
No,
she's not on the cover.
Take the screen.
Only got 6 copies for sale, John. You think?
Yeah.
Fuck,
Trailer will do it.
Like, I have 2 copies in the stratosphere on that book. I've got a 9 and a 9.6.
Well, it's so great. Yeah, the 9.
Ooh.
Did I press your 9?
Nope, I bought it.
9.6, that's nuts.
You did press the 9.
Okay, I got you 1 to a 9, right?
Yeah, it was borderline, but thank God.
It was that press, by the way.
Yeah.
All right, turning it back, you Silver Age fuckers.
So we were in a bronze. We were damn near modern.
Yeah, that was a nice red dress.
So that's another subgenre, right? Like the red dress bondage. This is a weird book I bought and then fucking regretted buying it. I bought it like a year ago.
Why the fuck do you regret it?
Because I asked the dealer, like, it's a store I shopped at all the time in, like, the city. And, like, I was like, oh, I mean, I get a discount everywhere. I'm not trying to be an asshole, but when you're used to getting a discount everywhere and then someone yanks it back from you, you're like,
hey, fuck off.
He's like, oh, we don't do discounts anymore. I'm like, I don't even know where to begin, but I just drove a fucking hour to look at fucking horror stuff. So I guess I'm going to buy this.
Dude, the funniest, you guys don't know. One time, so there's a book that Ben knew I wanted, and that's an awesome book, brother. Ben knew I wanted this book at a con, and he calls me. I just get off work, and I'm like, oh shit, Ben's calling me. And he's like, hey dude, look, I think they got one on the wall. I'm going to go see what's up though. And it was like, what was it? Like it
was the Batman fucking Joker.
The 13 cover with the Joker tripping and the paint.
Yeah.
I collect 13s. And he's like, how much you want for this? And the guy said whatever he said. And Ben's like, you want what for that? Hey, this guy's an asshole, Sean. Don't worry, I'm going to move on. Sorry for fucking calling you. This dipshit wants fucking like $2,000, whatever the fuck he said. And I'm falling over. You're like, hey, I'm on to the next dealer, dude. Hope you're having a good day. Thanks, brother. Talk to you later. Literally laughed in this guy's face and just moved on. It was so fucking great. It was my favorite thing. Hey, you called me a lot of times. I've enjoyed them all, but that was my favorite one.
Man, Stan, he loves that branding iron that you. That's a great cover. I don't know. It's creepy.
Yeah.
So I think I wonder, like, the psychology behind it, right? Like, am I jaded against that book now because of the experience in buying it?
But it's such a telling book of like our time. Like, just put a happy face on and fucking move on.
I think
like he's branding a smiley face on that fucker.
I know.
Books we moved on from because we missed on that we refuse to pay for, even though we want. I definitely do. I have books.
What happened?
No, I ain't paying that. No, fuck that. Fuck you. I ain't paying that money. Right? And just because I'm over it, I'm over it. You know what I mean? I'm over it, man. At least for PC.
That happened with Black Cat 50, Chamber 19, and Beware 10. I was like, I'm never paying for
this one.
Yeah, it's nicer than mine.
Oh, you're waiting until now to pull that out?
Yeah, save it for the end. Actually, I have to.
I mean,
I didn't bring the purple out.
Did you sell the purple?
No, I got the purple. I had 3 for about a week, and I sold one to our friend from Kentucky at IndieCon when you were there. It had a detached cover.
I watched you sell one.
And he paid me in cash, so it still was a really, really good sale, but he still probably made 50% on that damn book.
Yeah.
But I had just bought this one, and I had to cover a nut, so.
Wasn't it restored, though?
No, I have the restored. It was completely detached and mostly split.
Okay.
But it looked nice. It looked really nice.
Good money, though, you know.
Yeah, sometimes. I had others, so it wasn't like I sold the other one. And this one is my baby. I tell you what, the one I am pissed about is I was not gainfully employed probably about 5 years ago. And Black Cat Collector ended up nabbing, I think it was a 9.4 or 9.6 for like 10 grand.
Yeah.
11 grand. And I'm like, in my head, I would have paid for that if I were not not gainfully employed that part of the year.
Dude, that
felt like a good buy, and still looking in retrospect, I've never seen another nice one sell.
I mean, he has out of people that aren't old guys that we've never heard of, like he has the best collection of Old Age, and he has the only Chamber of Chills 9.6, and he bought it. He told me he bought it for like fucking. I mean, it was less than $2,000.
Yeah.
DS, I missed your Black Cat too. I thought I was gonna buy it.
Honestly, right now, you put that 9.6 up, that's probably 25 grand easy.
Easy.
Yeah.
Well, but that book's a weird book because there are some high grade ones out there because
but you just can't find
copies.
Yeah, but
they don't come to market.
They don't.
They come in. It's not like the EC copies. Like, I mean, maybe it is. Like the file copies of like a good EC book bring astronomical numbers. It's the shit ones that people are like, good. There's 43 fucking 9.6s of whatever common book. Like who, you know what I mean? And then they're like $800.
I have my 2 Gaines file copies. I have are both Mads, and I did that on purpose. I mean, don't get me wrong. They're more affordable too because they're not comics. But I have a 9.4 of. It's like a Mad Summer Special, but it has a reprint of Mad number 7 on the cover, and it's like a 9.4. And because it's a Gaines file, I was like, that's a great price. And then some guy was listing his somebody consigned a bunch of books to MCS, and he was listing them, and everybody was picking his books off like second by second, right? And I got another Gaines file. It's not a big deal, but it's a Mad annual. And it's a 9.8, and let's just say I didn't pay anything for it. You know what I mean? But the fact that it was a Gaines file, it was a Mad, and it's a 9.8. I don't care what book it is.
No, it's a good one.
For $100, it's mine.
Is it the Crack that has those Raider covers?
I'm sorry?
Is it Crack that has the Raiders covers, the football cover?
Oh,
what is that? What's that humor magazine? Is that Cracked? It's not Mad.
No, it's neither.
What is that?
The one that has the skeletons with
yeah.
I have 2 of them. Coy, I had one and no one knew, and Coy actually, as a friend of mine, knowing what I love, he fucking bought me one for my birthday. So I have 2 raw copies, and I God. It's drawing a blank right now. But it's hard to find. It's a red cover, but it's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh man.
Since Sean brought it up, and I don't know, it's still kind of new. What do we think of the CGC Black Label, the pedigree stuff? Anybody?
Isn't it like gray or something? I could be wrong. I'm not.
Yeah,
right.
no, it's way too close to the conserved.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, it's like gray, like the conserved. But I mean, I think it's cool. I'm glad they did it. They're doing anything with those fucking labels to make money on. Oh, by the way,
I don't know what you're asking, Stan. Do you guys books from personal collections? I don't know what that means.
I don't know either.
I'm gonna bring this home while I'm here.
Collection is great.
This is to what Leg was talking about earlier. And it's funny because the top books now are different than they were before. Like Black Cat. I mean, Black Cat's arguably still the biggest.
It blew up about 10 years ago because there was rumors of Frazetta inks and shit. I don't know.
So
yeah.
I skipped these books every single time.
Never owned them.
Never owned them, except that I was never going to own them.
Can you show those one at a time?
One at a time.
Yeah, seriously, one at a time, man.
Don't be fucking disrespectful.
God, that's good. And here it comes. Oh, it's gonna hurt me. Ow!
What is that one?
Ow, my balls.
John's got a 5-0. I've got a 4-5. You can eat me.
Yeah, no, I told you, man, my horror, I got a lot, and I love it, but none of it's high grade. You know what I mean?
I'd rather have the Chamber than the Black Cat. Sorry, John.
The Chamber's a better book. The Chamber's way better.
All fun, but I'm a misfit too. I'm a fuck that. So. Hey, a little bit. Be honest, because CBSI did have an effect on the comic community when we started, and comics aren't sports cards or something. Like comics can be affected by a less amount of people. We all know by watching certain fucking influence of people
that suck asshole and make shit up as they fucking go along.
A bunch of
Samuel just said Frazetta definitely had some inks in Black Cat 50.
And so other YouTubes, we're not going there because we all actually like comics and we live comics. So we're not going to go with the people that make up fucking their own shit about comics, or let's just say go off. I don't know. Let's say
or leave CBSI and then go live streaming and talking shit about me and all the writers last fucking night.
Oh, cool.
Little cunt. We'll figure it out later. Anyway.
Let's do it. I'm bored. But anyway,
I don't think it's going to take you very many guesses. It's not going to take you very many guesses to get the answer.
All right, I'm gonna distract. I'm gonna distract everybody from that conversation because Ben was showing eye candy. This is my other grail.
There you go.
Oh, okay. All right.
This was the best.
I don't feel so bad now.
This was the best buy I've probably ever done. Was a I think Comic fucking Connect in December, and that there's that dead period. They had this December late auction, and I put in fuck it, I'll buy it if it goes for bid, and it did. And the next month, this thing was worth 5 times as much. So.
Nice.
This is the nicest copy I have seen in person, and I'm fucking happy to have it.
That's a beautiful book.
Leg has a very nice 4.5 though.
I honestly like that.
Thank
more
God
than
he
Black
didn't sell that one. Fuck, I would cry.
I like it more than the Black Cat cover.
I know. I just think Black Cat was the one
far.
that I had known Black Cat. I think before though, it had always been in my subconscious.
Yeah.
Ben, can you remember what's the cover that's similar? There's another cover that's kind of like it. It's inferior, but it's
the Tomb of Terror.
Cool.
The Tomb of Terror with the dude's eye blowing out.
Yeah, they're all the same. People.
Oh, that one.
Is that what you mean, Mike?
No, like the Chamber. There's one. Isn't there one that's like the Chamber that has a half skeleton face?
There's
a similar book. It's not nearly as nice.
There is a pulp.
He's saying Tomb 15.
Yeah,
that's what I was going to say. There's a pulp.
There's a pulp.
Yes.
The 15 and the Black Cat are similar. The Chamber, there's a pulp version that's hard to find, but honestly, even if you found it, it's not in the neighborhood of price. So it just is what it is. But what I was trying to say,
interesting is the eyeball getting blown up.
Right, Tomb of Terror is the one I'm talking about, the exploding face.
Yeah.
Which
It's just like so inferior. I don't want to talk about it.
I meant the chamber.
I
The
don't.
chamber,
I thought
there's
there was
that.
one like chamber that was like.
No,
It's a-
There's a
pulp from,
crime.
like, the
There's a
40s.
crime cover I love that isn't the skull, but it's a.
well-known pulp cover.
There's
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
Perfect Crime 21 is one that I love and nobody talks about. It's a crime cover with a guy holding like a wine glass or a snifter, and he's seeing the dead guy he just shot in it with his girlfriend in a red dress. Man,
Okay.
that one to me is criminally underrated.
It's cool too.
And dude, I will say so. But my point wasn't people talking shit yesterday because I didn't know. Fuck them. Anyway,
My point was just to drop it because it came up, and I found out like 2 hours ago.
I didn't even find out, but you can always round my ass up because I am CBSI for life. I don't give a fuck. So the fucking no, but I'm gonna be serious. Like I, as a punk rock fan, as a Misfits fan, I wanted that book, and it was so hard to find, and I made it known to everyone I wanted that book because I love the album cover. Because for Die Die My Darling is the Misfits use that as a 7-inch album cover in 1984 or something. I don't know, 83, 85, whatever. Right. And so I thought it was great. So I feel like there's certain books that some of us have brought to the forefront. I feel
84.
like
You were right.
I feel like 84.
Yep.
So I feel like I'm personally responsible as my own worst enemy for talking about this shit so much that fucking everybody wanted a copy. And because comics are so small, like our community is so small. Like I said, it's not like sports and sports cards. Sports. Everybody has a favorite sports team. Not everybody likes comic books. Like fucking, if there's only going to be 100 or something for sale, we can affect shit. We realized this way early on. We could talk about things and affect them. You know what I mean? So I honestly, I think some of just my bullshitting brought that book to a little bit more forefront, and people thought it was hilarious. The same way we talk shit about these books that they exploded in price, but then people were like, "Damn, that's actually accurate. That fucking book is fucking badass, dude." You know, the same way people that can watch YouTube shows that aren't people that just love comics, people that are just full of shit, can able to pump it up or whatever you want to say. I wish I could pump it up. Chamber of Chills 19, dude. I'm not pumping up in any, but you know what I mean? I love that shit. I love fucking comics, dude. You know what I mean? Like it's not like it's whatever, dude. You know what I mean? I don't. Definitely, we never took anybody else's top. Oh yeah, nobody else was doing the top 10. We never took anybody's top 10 and fucking went and fucking said we'll make a show about someone else's shit. We only did our own shit, man. Just that's sorry. I know it's a little side that's not golden age, man, but fucking we're all. I hear you. I've met you, dude. I feel like I've met. These are my friends. People we haven't met in real life.
We haven't met yet.
But I got Mike so drunk he couldn't go home to his wife. I got Jon so drunk. Luckily, we just share a hotel.
Yeah. I'm so pissed. This was the spring I was supposed to meet both you fuckers in like a 4-week span, and both got canceled.
Because I was flying else is the only reason I couldn't go to Boston. But I'm gonna when this is over. I'm going everywhere. When this COVID shit's over, I'm going everywhere.
We're traveling like crazy people.
I have a feeling legit night meeting.
I've got a fucking JetBlue. I've got a JetBlue voucher to use. I've got a JetBlue voucher to use. And I need to use it in a year.
Little Giant show.
Little Giant is a good show. I like it. I think
it's gonna be fun. When the people I have got to meet, Bagley's like, no, I got to meet family. So I'm gonna someday. Right? I fucking love it. You know what I mean? And then the greatest thing about CBSI. It brought everybody together from everywhere. It brought everyone together everywhere. I'm really sad G Plus is gone, but it brought everybody together. I mean, I wouldn't be sitting here. Calling you guys friends.
And you wouldn't have got some last book. You wouldn't have pressed them.
And suck all of my dick. That's it. You know why? All 4 of you motherfuckers are always gonna be my friends. I'm always gonna be your friend.
Everybody wants to think it was like a manipulation club, dude. We were a social club. We were a just fucking.
CCA was dope, but it was what it was. It wasn't like a fucking people pretend like we manipulated things. We didn't know. There were just a bunch of dudes that like comics that came together.
We weren't even smart enough at the time to manipulate shit. We were just fucking enjoying
Dude, I don't make a fucking cent. I can't sell smart enough to make a cent. I just love fucking comic books and the people involved in this community. That's all I care about.
I can't say I don't make money, but I don't make money because of this. I make money because I'm smart and I love so much that I pay enough attention to know what sells and then I buy it cheap.
So that's the biggest issue, right? When people come screaming and crying to me, oh, well, you're just saying it because you bought 40 copies. I'm like, no, shitface. I bought 40 copies. Well, Darth Maul, fucking Darth Maul 2. I was screaming about that fucking book at Christmas, and people were like, you silly asshole. Like, fuck that book.
I did the same.
In the goddamn chat, everyone's like, hey, you know what book's expensive? This fucking Cad Bane appearance. I'm like, oh, is it? I had no fucking idea. And then I get accused for buying them all. They're like, you're just pumping and dumping.
I did the same thing with Ahsoka 2 years ago. Everybody laughed at me. Oh, she's annoying. Fuck that bitch. And I'm like, okay, go look for the variant now, asshole. See if you can find one for less than $400.
Look for the variant, asshole. Star Wars. like Ben, you told me one of the kids that works with you or for you. This is years ago. Is so like Star Wars ingrained. You're like, dude, I'm gonna take this kid's advice. I think these Star Wars are gonna be better because he's so deep into Star Wars that I can't even imagine. And dude, I watch all the movies. I like Star Wars just like everybody else, man. But I don't read. I'm not up on the reading. I'm not up in there. And I'm like, that's a good idea. You know what? Like we were saying, we had the fake, not the legitimate, but me, Trey, Coy, and Mel did the show together just because we're like, we haven't done anything.
That was good shit.
But thank you. We do appreciate it. And it wasn't for any reason except it's fucking the age of coronavirus, and we want to fucking just get drunk and fucking hang out. And I feel like people want to get drunk and hang out with us, and that's it, man. And fucking so just the same shit with that. Just fucking, dude. There's just no underhanded shit. So many years of underhanded shit. You know the people that find the underhanded shit are the people that are doing underhanded shit.
Yeah.
The rest of us don't have
right.
Dude, I mean
so well said.
And I mean this in a nice way. I have a job that I go to. My job is what pays my bills. Comics don't pay my bills.
Yep.
And selling comics will make me money because I don't want to keep them all. And when I find them cheap, I buy them all. And then I resell them. But I have shit like slabs that I can just pull out that I don't want to sell, man. It's just
but all the money I make on comics, I fucking spend on more comics.
Yeah.
All the comics I bought 5 years ago are buying me Brazilian fucking horror comics that nobody fucking knows about. Jesus Christ.
You know what?
Like, you sold that. Yeah, I'm gonna go buy this now.
I'm like the asshole that's like, I saw the band before the band every day.
Yep. This is what doesn't buy me comics, my wallet. You know what buys me comics? My PayPal account.
Yeah, that's same.
Because when your wallet buys you comics, your wife gets mad.
Yes, so true.
Yeah.
Unless it's peanuts, I have a free pass on peanuts.
At least you got the free peanuts pass.
All happy, dude. I'm happy to have finally been, to call so many of you guys friends, real friends. That I can text and jump on. This is not fake. This is real. We know we're real, and we can't. And the people that think this is fake are the people without a fucking pot to piss in to believe the fucking Peter Piper guy leading them up a hill and off a cliff.
Yeah,
that's who thinks this is fake. This isn't fucking fake, dude.
That's because
we all got Beyond Ones we're throwing out there to sell our werewolf covers right now.
Exactly. I to buy a house for fuck's sake, okay? You know what I mean?
I have spent more virtual time drinking with Sean and Ben than I like to share. I mean, we may have been texting and fucking hangouting, but I was definitely having beers with him or whatever. 100%. Ben might have been on whatever Ben was on, but
100%.
Yeah, dude, it depends on the year.
I've talked to Ben and John more during the Corona thing than my family.
I would agree.
I talk
like
to
a
you
lot, like a
guys
lot more. And Peter,
not in Corona than my family.
Peter, you're really close. You're getting there.
I'm just kind of sitting here in a box next to you.
That's because you haven't dived into the crazy shit.
Well,
man.
that's the thing. Like, you guys are pulling out these great books, and I'm like,
You
what do I got sitting around here?
Like, my wife told me she doesn't know it. She just gets the emails. She doesn't know.
I just like looking.
Anymore.
I know. Ask Ben. Like, I know GA, but like I said earlier, this thing, I missed the boat on some of this, and I'm sad about it because I thought I would have more time to buy stuff before it went on the universe. I didn't. But fucking, I know. So
You made a lot of good buys elsewhere, though.
Yeah,
I made a lot of good buys. I know when I buy and sell modern books because they're easy. Also, by the way, I can press my ass off.
Well, I've seen you just walk a con and just do like, let me see that one, that one, that one. That's a 9.8. That's a 9.8. That's not. That's not. Da 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 da. That's a skill.
Yeah.
It's
I'm
just
just too OCD to go to Golden Age already. Like, I got to fill out the moderns I want. I got to get the bronzes I want. I got to get the fucking coppers I want. Then I got to get to the like. I need to do things in order.
Well, I'm the asshole that never bought a bronze or silver. Like, I have a few on accident.
I've abandoned all the moderns.
I have always been copper.
There's only a couple more I want. Only a couple more.
of what of moderns or
Moderns.
Sorry, John. What?
I have always been like a copper fiend and gold. Like I have occasionally picked up some bronze or some silver, and I have a few modern variants, but not many. I've been very dedicated to two sections, and they're
I'm with
interesting.
you, John, but you're more willing to seek out those, whereas I can't look past a deal. Period.
No, I get it.
A deal and dude, and I see something, I'm like, okay, that's perfect. I want a 9.8. I can get a 9.8. I can sell the 9.8. I can buy the other thing I want. I would focus more on some of the older stuff, but I didn't. I can't help it. I can't help the business side of me. Like, I can't help it. It doesn't make me a pumping number because I can't get enough copies of anything to do that.
I'm too chicken shit to grade a lot of the 9.6, 9.8s because I'm always like, no, there's a something.
all I want to do is turn. I want to turn it all fucking over. I turn nothing down. I buy everything. I factor in the amount that I'm probably at like a 20% loss rate on like 8 out of 10 books I buy, I'm going to make money on. And it's 99% fucking moderns because all the golden shit that I buy is mine.
Yeah,
I haven't sold it.
I'm with you, and then just that you're too lazy to sell it. It's like,
But the modern shit I sell daily. I mean,
don't get me wrong. You know, I've removed almost all the moderns off my eBay watch list. Don't get me wrong. You'll have to pull my Lost 23 from my cold dead hand, but like, there's only maybe 10 of those books in my PC that will stay. Everything else is gold, or it's bronze horror, or it's stupid shit like fucking Sabrina, because I love Sabrina, and Peanuts, obviously. But I mean, otherwise, I mean, if you look through my shit, you go, "What are you keeping this crap for?" Because I like it. Yeah. I don't care if it's ever worth a goddamn nickel.
I have PC boxes that I feel like the rest of the world would find hilarious. Like, what the fuck is this? Like, really? Like, you sold 9.8, some of the best books in the world, but you're not going to sell your Thrasher comics and fucking Madballs? What?
Do you have the Madballs 1 variant?
It makes me happy.
The Madballs 1 variant's worth a fucking fortune.
I have the only 9.8, man.
Of course you do.
I have one modern.
Snoopy!
I finished. This one finished. Oh, this guy, they sent them to me in like a bag that I had to cut these out of. That's why they're not bagged in today. So this finished my. This one finished my Thrashers 1 through 8 or 9. Is it? I forget.
Are they all newsstands? Because those are both newsstands.
I think they all have barcodes, but I have, dude. Try to find Thrasher online. And
I didn't even know what the hell that was.
They're made.
I've never seen those books in my life.
Because that's what I fucking do. Dude, there's a Thrasher. I have, and the thing is, I accidentally buy more than I have. So I actually have like a 1 through like a 1, 3, and 4 all in a lot for $75 on eBay or something like that. Just because you can't fucking find these things. These things, they have a little thing. They got a little spine rolls. I can press these things and make them gorgeous. But I don't need to press my PC books that I'm not selling. And so fucking having a Thrasher set, dude. It's taking me until today or a couple days ago when these got in. It's taking me fucking like 7 years to find all 9 Thrasher comics. Right? They're impossible. And plus, check eBay. And then you have to go minus night. Because it's all Night Thrasher comics the whole fucking day.
Yeah, those are the bitch.
So annoying. So annoying.
Try Mary Marvel, man. Fucking Typhoid Mary and Mary Jane.
At least you can click golden.
Yeah, that's exactly what you do. Click gold.
No, but you miss. You
miss things because people don't categorize shit. They just miss stuff.
Yeah.
You know what?
That's how you miss the deal because you want the miss. You want the miss listings.
Mary Jane is 10 times more than Typhoid Mary because she's less popular. But I'll look through all the typhoids at this point.
One thing Tim Walker taught me: when you add variant to your search, do your search, then do it over and spell variant wrong. E-N-T. Seriously, dude. And he'll be like, "Look at this," and I'll be like, "Motherfucker, how'd you find that?" He's like, "Because they can't spell variant."
Yeah, what was it? The Batman Beyond shit he had the other day? $30 for the whole
set.
That shit only happens to Walker.
Yeah,
if I had gone to buy that set, the kid would have sent me like a brick with a shit on top of it.
I just checked my search. I only have one modern book in my fucking search, so just FYI.
I have infinite moderns, but it's because I know what to check to flip.
Yeah, I just got boxes of it, but I won't keep any of it.
I'm too lazy to flip now.
Yeah.
I'm too fucking lazy, and it's embarrassing.
Yeah, like you can get a cheap enough copy of that fucking all new Wolverine 2, the Honey Badger variant. If you can get it cheap enough, like that's an easy book to get in 9.8. Like if you actually just send it in, they're very forgiving. I fucking bought it in lots and just sent it in like with a very rudimentary press because I don't know how to press. Like, and it's still 9.8. I'm like, all right, well, $100 is now $350 or $400, whatever it was at the time.
I am a Marvel Now whisperer. I will fix your Marvel Now variants or whatever you want to fucking grade. I got you. I can blend fibers. Okay. Dude, I don't understand why I don't charge $25. I should be like, okay, we send it in. If it's a 9.8, you owe me another $30. I can do shit motherfuckers can't do. Like I'm telling, and I can't tell you why, and I can't tell you whatever. This is the first time my presence ever even been in my thing, and people like they got so many people with sophisticated setups with shit like that. I'm like, you're just idiots. You just don't know what you're doing, and you're following the wrong thing. Like fucking pressing is so much. I like eye hand coordination so much you have to be able to see. I can't hear a fucking thing, but I have great eyesight.
Yeah,
like,
I have sent Sean eBay links where he's like, I think this is a 9.8, and he's like, no, there's 8 spine creases. What? He fucking has eagle eyes.
He'll buy me
I can see. I can't smell for shit. I can't hear for shit, but I can see.
Yeah, I can see.
I have good eyes too.
I remember even Trey would send you shit, and he was a 9.8 feet and be like, oh, there's 4. What the fuck?
I can see, and thank God I can see. It saved my ass. But that's why I can fix people's book, and that's why. And some like all free, like some people. Sometimes I'm too harsh on my own modern grading, because I have people send me shit, and I'll be like, okay, I wouldn't give this a 9.8, and I'll be like, and then other people will be like, we'll just throw them all in on a pre-screen, and then I write down what I think they're gonna be, and I'm like, dude, CGC is just full of shit.
Yeah.
Like there's no way they can see better than me. Like, don't get me wrong. I'm the best seer in the world or something. But I'm just saying, like, if I find a reason to mark a book 9.2 in my personal opinion, and they throw it a 9.8, it's just because they don't care.
Yeah.
Like, in my opinion, anything 9.4 and up that's worth a lot of money, fucking throw it at CGC because it's a goddamn crapshoot. That's all it is. A crapshoot, man.
It is a crapshoot.
Your man Stan wants to know what that press is, Sean.
Right. 2 people are talking. What?
Yeah.
Sean, my man Stan, your man Stan wants to know what that press is, since he's a good listener. You want to share?
No.
All right.
The cheap ass T-shirt press on eBay, dude.
All right.
I don't need people have.
Well, that's one thing. I assumed you didn't care because it's just a general press.
Well, dude, I've had it for years. I'm sorry, Stan. I'm totally not being a jerk to you, man. Like any of those fucking $150, $170 T-shirt presses on eBay is you can fucking press comments with those. And I'm sorry with these people that think they need these expensive things. You know why? They're making up for their lack of fucking skill. And that's my fucking opinion. I fix anybody's shit.
Look on Craigslist.
I'll put my fucking books that I submit for my friends up to CGC. I'll put my fucking grades and my press up against anybody. I don't give a shit. And it's not that. As long as it's flat, it's still a press. The temperature and the flatness doesn't change, right? Do you need a sealed fucking $980 fucking $2,000 thing? Why? It's still flat, and it's still, if it still reads the right temperature, you're good. What the fuck else does it have to be? Does it have to be cost more because fucking it's industrial or something like that? People are stupid. And you know what's even dumber? Are the motherfuckers that have 8 presses.
Yeah.
You're so bad at your job that you really think, look, dude, I'm not giving away all the pressing secrets in the world right now, but you don't need 8 presses at your house. Okay? No. It doesn't take, you don't put books in there for an hour. Okay? That's like fucking, I don't know. That's like putting something.
It's like drying out your weed.
Oh my god, dude! There's no reason. People are overpressed.
You gotta be patient too.
Oh my fucking god, dude! I never. This is the first time that's ever even been on TV or whatever we call this, right?
We call this the annals of the dungeon.
Yeah. Well, I'm drunk.
Wrap
It
up.
That's one of my things I always do. I'm good, especially with you guys. So.
God damn it, Ben.
Favorite pre-code horror book, and then we're closing out because we're so fucking off track right now.
Yeah. Well,
FlipSide.
I knew I was going to do that to you guys.
But, all right.
Yeah, but I love you, Snoopy.
It's a good
It's been awesome to have you on.
Black Cat.
That's your favorite?
Favorite.
Mike, what's your favorite Golden Age pre-code?
Crime Suspense 22.
Peter?
Yeah, I'm with Mike on that one. That's the one I want.
But Ben's going to say that's fucking crime, and you're both wrong.
No,
I'm
but
just saying, money aside, if I'm not selling it, if it's just to be in my collection, that's
not about money.
It's not about money. It's saying it's crime, not pre-code horror.
Right.
Yeah. So, all right, then it's Chamber.
I'd go with I don't want to misquote, but I think it was DS. Was it DS or was it whoever said Dark?
Yeah,
Dark Golden Age.
Dark Golden Age. Yeah. DS did
dark
that.
theme, that. So Crime Suspense falls under that to me.
Dark Golden Age. Yeah, that's true. And that's a great term. Fuck, I love it.
I do. I love that. Snoopy, what's your favorite Golden Age cover there, boss?
When I started.
He's a Chamber of Chills 19.
I agree.
I got the whole started on this motherfucker. I can't back out now. I really feel like I had an impact on the universe knowing what this book is.
I think you definitely you expanded it to the non-Golden Age collectors.
Yeah. I think everyone that wasn't in the know at that point, like I knew the book existed and it wasn't something that stuck out. Until Leg kept being like, no, seriously, just look at it. And I'm like, yeah, I'll go buy my ECs. And then one day I looked at it and was like, oh, fuck. Oh, my bad. Oh, that's a really good book. Oh, no.
Dude,
that's how a lot of books were, man.
And I got to tell you, so when I threw it on the wall for way too much money, didn't sell it when we were in Charlotte last year. And we had people come over. There were people walking around the con with the Chamber of Chills 19 t-shirt. And they would stop and take pictures with the book. And I have to tell you, this did not happen 5 years ago.
No.
It didn't become a t-shirt. This didn't become like an iconic thing. And even the fucking Misfits didn't make it happen. I'm not saying me. I'm just saying that for whatever this book came to the forefront and
the social consciousness raised.
The rage,
100%.
social consciousness of this book. I don't care. I don't want to be right. I love that.
Oh, Dennis Hayes just threw us all a fucking curveball. I'm just saying, Mask 1.
Oh, that one.
Mobile Armored Strike Command.
Yeah.
I think mine's our Flag 5.
Are we talking about that movie with Cher?
Yeah, that one.
I'm gonna claim that.
What kind of that movie?
It's Golden Age, and I'm gonna say our Flag 5, and it's pre-code horror. I want that book so fucking bad.
That's your favorite, though. That's the one.
Which one?
Our Flag 5.
You're gonna say that's your
The
favorite,
purple
really?
dressed KKK dudes chasing people around the cemetery.
I don't know, man. That's really what you're gonna go with?
No, it's that voodoo.
Yeah, all right. Thank
It's
you.
the voodoo. There's no way around. Fucking elephants with skeletons riding them with scythes. Like, get the fuck out of here.
All right, thank you.
Oh
Thank you.
no, hold on.
What about the skeleton voodoo with the chauffeur that the BD2?
This is one of the first books one of the first pre-code books I bought. I want to take it
If I
out.
wasn't going with mine, by the way, I go with John Terrific for sure.
Oh, that's gonna do. Oh yeah.
Was that first gold balls?
I pressed one of those. It came back at 2. We sold it, and I actually know how to get a copy of that for $125 right now. If anyone's interested,
I might get it.
At 125, someone should buy that. I paid 120 or 100.
hold on.
Maybe I paid 60. I don't remember.
All
What a
right.
ridiculous book. Who does that? They're like, oh, the skeleton stole the smashing ball.
For the half second that we are on track, thank you all for coming. Check out comicbookinvest.com for all your research, speculation, general entertainment needs. They're posting articles daily, free articles daily. So fuck all you assholes that charge.
Yeah.
And
And if you don't want fresh, new, original content, there's definitely people out there feeding horse shit by the shovel. So
or reusing ours and not giving our
stealing Topher's a lot.
Yeah.
And just like and subscribe and tell Leg he should come tomorrow night and talk some more with us on
You want me on?
FlipSide.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. I ain't
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thanks. Snoopy.